once, has it?
How dare they?
I know.
And we're live.
Bam, 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 bam. Real talk. 95.5, the pants. Coming to you live right below the beltway.
Hey,
Right
buddy.
below the rust belt,
Hey, buddy, it's a rusted belt. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
where the sun don't shine.
That is most definitely not the pre super season that we just finished.
No, that's really where the sun doesn't shine.
Ah, too much. There
Just
we
get
go.
them all up there at once.
Yeah, just throw them on there. It's like, pick one. Do it yourself, man. Play at home.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
It's like a Rorschach test. Like, cross your eyes. Which one pops out to you? There's something about your personality.
Getting ready for another LinuxGameCast Weekly, the show that covers Hell and Elks. We got a pretty big show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little chunkier than last week. Not as much hate mail, though.
No,
Yeah.
man. Here's the thing. We got to do the hate mail when we get it. I'm always like, oh, do I want to ration that out? And if I do that, we'll get twice as much the next week.
Mm-hmm.
The Kloss. Classic rock that really rocks. What?
K-Loss.
K-Loss. Oh, man. H-Loss is better.
What about
Southern
Chaos? I
California
hear it
classic
rains.
rock.
Especially when you're having your nuts smashed in with a cinder block. I really, really like Antichrist by Lars von Trier. Leave me alone. Go watch that movie. I
No,
want to see that.
you're not the Antichrist of me.
I can be if you let me.
Oh, does it
Take-
cost
take
extra?
my hand.
Wait.
Take my hand, and I will be your Antichrist.
Do you accept coupons?
Yeah, they're out in the mail. Limit one per customer.
Neat.
Yeah, you get a free bag of bite-sized Snickers.
I wonder if there's like a Twitch, like a dedicated Twitch Australia server, and I should just stream to that and just screw with everyone else.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Twitch servers.
One has to assume there's the one, right?
Or, yeah, the one handling Oceania. Servers. Twist injection servers. Yeah. Deprecated, Argentina. Don't cry from.
Don't cry for Twitch server in Argentina.
Yeah, there's one. There is one in Sydney.
Your country's not doing good if they get rid of your Twitch server. You're like, jeez, come on, man. What's that cost to keep up? Like True Video?
There's Toronto. There's Portland. Oh, no more Rio.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of there.
Really?
Atlanta. Oh, they have one in
has a
Sao Paulo.
ton of people. What the fuck?
I guess there's a new one in Sao Paulo.
Oh, all right, okay.
Frankfurt, Dallas. I guess
Um,
Singapore technically counts. That's in that area.
Linux Neuro, if you're curious, I think your System 76 laptop is currently in North Africa, if you're wondering.
Hannibal's giving it a good review.
Well, yeah. I mean, it made it all the way down, like, to the Cape in, like, South Africa, like, a month ago. I'm just assuming because I get, like, one random ping to the website now that he's out of Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the other people in Tanzania can now download Steam games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there isn't that one guy in the middle of the jungle just downloading everything.
That's cute. You think there's a jungle in Tanzania? Someone's been listening to too much Nylon's albums.
Define jungle.
Thick, forested, not coniferous. The other kind of
Carnivorous
trees.
jungle? Yes, I would go.
Coniferous.
Shut up! I'm ordering tickets right now to go see Carnivorous Jungle.
That's my post Fat Axl Rose Guns N' Roses cover band.
Or the new Stephen King book, Carnivorous Jungle Gym.
Carnivorous Gym of the Jungle.
Ah, dude, this is like a jungle gym, like monkey bars, but it eats. It feeds.
Linux Neuro, we have a bunch of people from Australia actually listening to us, so it would just be another one. Heck, there's one listening right now.
No, he's a fake Australian.
I know, right?
He's actually from Micronesia.
Dude, come on, man. I mean, Australia, that's exactly what I would expect from a New Yorker. People in Jersey have sins.
Is this the latest cultural stereotype now?
No, I'm just trying to turn people on each other. Hush.
No. I think we should spread this. Like, just go to New York with like a camera and microphone, interview people. So like, so what is up with the city of New York not believing that Australia exists?
See,
just stop people in the middle of Times Square. It's like, this Australia exists.
that's a good way to get a hit, but I highly suggest you do it.
That actually used to be a thing. There was a show called The Star Wars 22 Minutes, and there was a segment in there called Talking to Americans, where it just had one of the guys like, this was a Canadian show, so they just had a guy like ask a bunch of bullshit questions about Canada and like see if people play along because like they don't know the answer, but they don't want to seem stupid on TV.
See, there you go. The Smash Leaf doesn't exist.
Well, there he goes, not thinking. Therefore, he isn't. Damn you, Descartes!
I saw that GIF on Reddit.
Mars is a toroid.
Give me some check 1-2s, Pedro. I need a new level on you.
Alright, check 1 2, check 1 2. Testing audio levels and making sure all the T's and the P's and the B's and the S's are in place. Yeah. How's that? Yeah. Let's see, reading a thing. Stay up to date on releases. Create your free account today to subscribe to this repository for notifications about new releases and build software alongside 40 million developers on GitHub.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Oh. There was the, oh, how come rainbows are always round? Like, and it showed the flat Earth.
Coworker Dave used to actually actively like listen to all of the flat Earth theories and watch all the videos, just because he thought it was stupid, and he got some catharsis out of it, I think. So he then come to work. It's like, oh, you should see this. They were saying this and this, and it's just like, why are you still watching that? It's funny.
So here's the in before.
Okay.
You're Pedro. At some point, either you or him is gonna quit that job that you're both working at. 10 years. Flash forward 10 years later, you're gonna run into each other at a bar or something. And he's just gonna go full flat Earth on you. Like he drank the Kool-Aid, he drank the Flavor Aid. Now he's like 100%. The Earth is flat as a dime, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
True story.
Calling it now.
Good thing he doesn't watch the show, otherwise he might have something to say.
Is it about how the Earth is completely flat, like a pancake? And how the moon is actually a triangular prism?
I thought the Earth was a soup bowl. That's why the water doesn't go anywhere.
No, it's a donut.
Things stick to the Earth because they love it. Gravity's a myth. Also, if you really want to piss off Neil deGrasse Tyson, ask him what gravity is. Oh. He gets defensive, man. That's fun to watch.
Maybe he needs to just put on some more Nina Simone records.
I don't know. That's your solution to everything, man.
I mean, that's my solution to angry Neil deGrasse Tyson related things. Everything else is just eating ice cream and cookies.
Well, I like the whole thing that, I mean, the flat Earth thing in its current form has achieved what it set out to, getting people angry.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
the Earth as a whole in the middle of it.
I mean, yeah, the Santa Killer shot one right through. I watched Preacher. That's an accurate retelling of the Bible, right? Yeah,
What?
Ben?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it, dude, that's exactly how it went down.
Yeah. There's the dinosaur, and God's like, "Don't eat the poop," and the dinosaur's like,
Don't do it.
Don't.
Don't eat the poop. He's just like, "I'm gonna eat the poop."
A lot of people didn't enjoy Series 4 of Preacher, but I enjoyed it
That
because
was pretty good.
that I walked into going, they know this is the last one, so they're just, let's just have fun with it. And they did.
Yeah. Like I said, I was hoping, the only thing that really disappointed me about those last couple episodes was they really could have done a better job with the Jesus versus Hitler fight. Like,
Oh yeah.
it wasn't well done. They could have done
And
a better
it
job.
carried on too long. I never thought
Yeah.
I would be like having to fast forward through Jesus fighting. But
Jesus fighting Hitler.
so this is going on a little too long. All right.
I think if they kept the length, but they like actually made it a good fight scene, then like it would be tolerable. But
Possibly. Hey, we do get to look forward to Iron Sky too. That's coming. Arnie's in it. He's the presidente.
Nice.
Hey kids, we're gonna do a show.
I guess.
Fine. Oh. You get that pop, but you have that floating cartilage in there because you haven't taken care of yourself. And you're like, ooh. It's like,
I have some nice crepitation going in one of my hips. I just can't. It sounds like bubble wrap when I walk.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, look forward to growing up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we say that, and what the median age of our audience is like 40,
80.
So,
And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. This week, we've come up with a lot. Hey, everyone, how's it going? Am I going to go do it? No, how's it going? Let's go with that.
I'm
Old
going
Manvin,
pretty hard.
here in beautiful downtown Athens, Georgia, switching the bits, doing the nightmare fuel, all under Linux each and every week, joined by our tame Canadian podcaster, who's he's doing good. He's old and decrepit, like the rest of us.
I'm a little sticky, a little gooey.
That's Jordan's thing. And Pedro Mateus staying up late. Late.
Hello. Yes.
English
For the
words.
past 7 years, staying up late has been, well, my Saturday night, Sunday morning ritual, I guess.
It's really cute because he pretends like he wouldn't do it anyway. And together with you at home, Shot Realm Dynamic, join us. That one got me. It's been a while since you've made me like start to reach for a monitor, Jordan. You got me fair and square on that one.
Victory.
Helping
Victory is
us
mine.
fall. Cocaine Voltron. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before we get started, we do like to see what's going on in each other's life organs. I brought this up. Hey, consider this a free PSA, just in case you installed kernel 5311. And you're like, hey, man, I'm going to get my Bluetooth red controller up and work. You're not. Don't. You plug in the USBs. That does not fly, which I learned earlier this week And Jordan was like, I will test. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just plug it in. Come on,
I mean, that's why I have the cable handy, right? Like,
right. You know, I had the cable.
There's
here.
a cable somewhere on this desk.
That was the thing, man. Womp womp. Outside of that, there is a video. If you want to go take a look at it, I'm like backtracking. I rolled over and I was like, how did I get started doing this? What were some tools that I wish I had in my arsenal for making podcasts on Linux? You know, basically the S I know now. So there's a very rough cut of like how to levelate all the audio when everybody's in different places. It's just the main part, the thing with the body paint and the inflated clown. I'm going to add that in later. So, but if you want to leave some comments, ideas, you get first crack at that.
Dark paint?
Go check that out. Patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. What have you been up to, sweetheart?
Who's sweetheart?
That's you, Jordan.
I'm not, since when has my heart been sweet? I mean, just because it's encrusted with like fat and sugar doesn't mean that it's sweet. It probably tastes more. Actually, probably tastes sweet. No, nothing's been going on in my life. Still recovering from injuries. Trying to take it easy, not completely fuck up my back. And yeah, enjoying a bit of the game that we were throwing chairs at.
Yeah. Week. Go back and listen to the pre super shows if you want like the real review of it, where we just talked about it for an hour.
Yeah.
Pedro, what's new with you?
Well, it's not new, but no one was using it at work, and after I basically got it ready.
I saw the corner of it Wednesday, so I went right into the show because, like, I don't know how I feel about plugging Microsoft products.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
cover that up.
It's a Surface. It's
cover that up with an Apple sticker.
It's a 2017 Surface. It's a 1796. The person I got it ready for at work used it for like 2 days. It's like, this is slow. It's like, yes, I told you it was going to be slow. Oh, but I didn't think it'd be this slow. It's like, okay, all right.
Then you stole it.
Now, yeah, that person has a laptop and it's like, no. This is still very much on the books, so I get to play around with it until someone says, "Oh, I want that Surface." Like, I have that Surface.
It always makes me smile a little bit because like 80% of the stuff you show from work, asset control number on the back. I'm like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
INHS.
Unlike our horse,
like I said,
who refuses,
it's still there
to be labeled.
I mean, that's more because nothing actually sticks to the horse like most adhesives that we've tried.
Oh, no.
It's the Steam
Linux
update of the week. And, of course, there's a new beta. Since they merged all of the stuffs into the stable client, the beta now has some more new things. They've added a filter option to split family shared games in the list between who actually owns what games, which was a thing in the previous library, but apparently they forgot about that when they introduced a new one. They fixed non-Steam game shortcuts not displaying an icon if you created them on Windows from an exe. Not a problem on Linux. Fixed status play bar showing downloading while unpacking a preloaded game. I wouldn't have necessarily said that needed a fix, but
I mean, it's nice to have, right? Because like it still says downloading, but really it's just extracting. If they just if they differentiate that, I feel a little better because it's like, no, my internet is way too fast for this. Why is this still downloading?
Dude, how many times have you cracked open HTOP and like, what's going on?
You see the CPU spike, you're like, oh, that's what it's doing.
You see it's done, but it's still processing, and it gives you no clue. But to throw them like that split shared games, that the internet was really angry about. I guess people who used that was a very important feature.
Yeah, that was a thing in the previous simple library. So I guess people were used to it. It's like, no, I want it back.
The weird one for me with this update though was like fixed possible client crash when there are more pending GIFs than installed games. That's a weird edge case, man. I don't buy your thinking, Pedro. I don't.
That's because you don't stream on the right service.
But yeah, that's not that much of an edge case when, say, you have your account VAC banned. And then all of a sudden you need a new account, so you gift that other account a bunch of games.
But why not just buy the games from that other account? Like,
Because you already have the keys for those games.
But those
you're
are
just
those
gifting them.
those aren't gifts. Then you can just redeem the keys. That's how Humble works.
You have them in your
Anyways.
inventory. Well, I don't think you can anymore, but yeah.
No, they took that out. It's the keys now. Anywho,
This is probably somehow related to laundering money. All right.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Steam after all.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of betas, it's out. It's available. It's in your face. You can now play with your friends on a non-Steam
They
beta
didn't
client.
contact us. We had a great stream, Pedro and I. Of it not working.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked. It worked for me and Sandy when we tried Megabyte Punch, and if it's good enough for Canada, it's good enough for you. So, yeah, it's available now. If you have games that have couch co-op, there's now an option where you can just right-click join. It'll bring up like the Steam streaming window. Steam input will work sometimes depending on the game, and yeah, it doesn't work that great with split screen because you still have to contend with split screen, but it's a good enough solution for games that don't have online multiplayer that 100% should have online multiplayer.
Yeah, and it's not only did they say no, this works now because apparently it works now. Jordan actually managed to play some Megabyte Punch with Sandy, but they also decided, you know what, let's have a bit of a sale to go with it, and yeah, basically all the games.
They're just looking for an excuse. I mean,
Yeah. It's
when is there not a sale on Steam? They're like, I
we
found
need
a
something
nickel under
in
the
between
couch.
like
Sale
fall
time.
and Christmas. Yeah.
Well, like the one thing I really wanted to see I want to play. Maybe we'll try that tonight. We'll see if we can get Death Road to Kanaka stand up and running.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be fun. Throw it on hard
I think
mode.
that only does 2 players though.
What's your point? I didn't invite you.
All right. I know when I'm not wanted.
Wow. Wow.
It's when people tell me I'm not wanted.
Sam has been rewritten.
Yes.
It's not
well,
that Sam.
it was rewritten to work with the Linuxes, and this is the Steam Achievement Manager. If you're a filthy Windows user and you like to basically lie to everyone and say that you've unlocked all of these achievements when you haven't, well, you had the Steam
It's
Achievement
been rewritten
Manager.
in C++. That's just like you see. You dastardly language.
And this Paul Combal decided to make a Linux version of it, and now with release 2019-11, achievement unlocking and relocking is reliable. All owned apps now show up, not just the downloaded ones. They actually respect XDG base directory specifications, which is very nice to see. They improved the GUI. They did some little bits of trickery that you can actually launch a game through its app ID and it'll hide the window and the game will be running, so that when you unlock the achievements for that game, you might not get VAC ban right then and there. Which was kind of what led me to go on a Google search. It's like, does the Steam Achievement Manager get you VAC banned? And some people say yes. Yes, it will. So I'm inclined to believe them because, yeah, I don't think Valve would be okay with, people just cheating the system.
So here's another thing. It is sort of like an unintended consequence because, like Pedro said, this is clearly aimed at people who want to lengthen their EP because they don't have anything else going on in their life. But if you're a completionist, if you're someone who likes to like go in and 100% plat games, if you want to have an easy way to track your progress on Steam, you can remove all your achievements and start cleanly, which is something that some people will actually do. Whether or not they get VAC banned for it, I don't know. Frankly, I don't care, but it's another use that isn't completely nefarious.
Yeah, nefarious or not, it does if you're absolutely, I think, like us, and Pedro's a little more like, hey, I got achievements. He's not hooked on them, but you give like negative fucks about it. Like, yeah, whatever. It's not worth the danger.
No, it isn't. Even if you care about the achievements, it's like, okay, those achievements, you unlocked them because you actually did the thing.
I went outside.
Who are you lying to exactly at that point?
Play Cookie Clicker with Proton like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Or set your clock 5 years ahead for Stanley Parable.
I'm legit. I think I might have that now.
I gotta double check. I do.
It hasn't been 5 years.
Has it not? It feels like
no, because I think
it came
by
out-
like year 2, we were still complaining that Stanley Parable had not come to Linux.
yeah, fair enough. Hey,
One day.
we got some new games this week. Wait,
Yeah.
We
game
do,
update.
and,
New game
well,
updates.
game updates. The first one is CSGO, and it's a co-op campaign. For those of you out there who very much like Condition Zero and deleted scenes, well, now you have
Colonel
Operation Shattered
Sanders
Web.
has got a gun?
Yes.
Colonel's got a gun.
I mean, there was that dating sim with the Colonel, so now he's got a gun. But yeah, it's co-op missions. You can have yourself and friend on Steam join, play the mission. They're like the typical deleted scenes, Counter-Strike Condition Zero style of missions. If you played, what was it, Soldier of Fortune back in the day, you'll find some of those missions very familiar. But it is, yeah, it's co-op missions, and there's something else to play in Counter-Strike Go, and I guess Valve is very much committed to making that game the jack of all trades when it comes to
monetizable
shooters
again?
that they own. Yes,
because they can't reap gambling profits. Yeah, so like to me, this basically smacked of like they're giving Counter-Strike their own like iconic player characters, mascots, whatever. After 22 years, like people need to associate Counter-Strike with fucking Colonel Sanders. They gotta say, "Hey, Colonel, where are you going with that gun in your hand?"
Listen, man, all those beautiful cartoony characters worked for Fork Knife, so it can work for CSGO.
and they
Maybe we'll
worked
get
for
sexy,
Team Fortress 2 before Fork Knife came out. So yeah.
I don't know. But,
I remember that was called Time Splitters. Anyways,
so this is going to be like legit. If it's cope, I mean, I'm willing to like try it. We tried CS:GO for a minute, and I mean, all of us are just absolute rubbish at it, but it was still like entertaining.
We never tried that second like battle royale mode map because they did release a second one.
Yeah.
We never gave that a shot.
I'm not against the idea. Not against the idea, but okay.
You should fight.
Fantasy Strike crossplay. It's a thing. Full crossplay. It's coming to Fantasy Strike. What is it? The game? It's actually the good fighting game we have available natively on Linux, and we threw some chairs at it if you want to go back and watch that. Everybody enjoyed it. All three of us were absolute shite at fighting games, but it was a little more digestible versus like Skullgirls, which requires you to be like a decade and a half younger than the three of us in order to be remotely
fighting
terrible
games
at it.
without all the bullshit. It's just basically use fighting game strategy. You don't have to worry about combos and buttons and timing and
100%. But next month, Fantasy Strike is going to have full crossplay amongst all the platforms. We're talking Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Steam, Mac, Windows, and they made it a point to throw the Linux in there, which is awesome because that means more availability to get insta-killed on different platforms. But you might be thinking, hey man, didn't it have crossplay? Yeah, like a lot of games with Steam, just with PS4. But everybody else is...
that was because like Sony was being a doofus. But apparently they've changed their tune now, or Fantasy Strike has been out long enough that they're like, okay, we'll get rid of this sort of exclusivity. So now
they're no longer the dominant player in the console market. Nintendo rode in on the Switch and said, "Fuck you."
Indeed. So now they've opened it up to the Switch, and like it's to me it's very stupid because there's no technical reason why cross-play wouldn't work. It's just Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, they want to ship units, and one way they do that is with FOMO, right? Like, oh, if you don't buy our platform, then you don't get to play with the rest of your fucking friends.
Yeah. But hey, man, it's
Bloodborne.
Hey, you know what? Epic's like, we can do that with a game store.
And nothing else, not even a shopping cart or a
Smack that
multiplayer
glue
service.
stick out of his mouth and like, go give some more games away. Here's a game that is being given away. If you currently have that new toaster that you get face fucked by?
The Index.
The Index.
Yeah. So what's 1 + 2? Not 3. It's Half-Life Alyx.
Purple.
We got a trailer for it. We got a little bit of an announcement earlier in the week. This was one of 2 VR games that Valve is apparently developing. Because we know because they said as much. At the beginning of the week, I said signs point to this being a midquel between Half-Life 1 and 2, and then the trailer dropped, and I was proven incorrect. But the thing, and this is where a lot of the conversation is going to, is that this is a title designed for VR. They're not saying you have to use the Index or like the Oculus. It'll support everything because it's all done through Steam VR. They've worked very, very hard on that cross-hardware VR API. But I don't really see this selling well unless they have a really compelling non-VR option. And it's gonna, to me, it seems like, yeah, like this fucking scene right here. It's not loaded. No, it's not loaded.
No, it's
like
not
it looks
loaded.
like it's going to be like a highly polished VR experience. It's going to really. I believe in Valve. I think they're going to use the medium to the best of its ability.
I genuinely believe 100% with that. I feel this is probably going to be, if not the one of the best VR games ever made. And
but
Oh yeah.
unless there's a unless there's a compelling non-VR version, or they start like dropping prices substantially on VR headsets, I don't see this doing too well.
Stinky cash is meant. That's a lot. All right. First off, now that we have Half-Life Alex, I look forward to Team Fortress Alex, Left 4 Dead Alex, and possibly Portal Alex.
What about Dota Alex?
Ooh, Dota Alex could be interesting.
Or
Counter-Strike Alex.
Or Alex Fact. It's going to be a card game.
Now, to the brass tacks, I mean, this makes as much financial sense as if they'd made Half-Life 3 like Linux exclusive. It just doesn't. But fortunately, Valve's a privately owned company, so they can tell everyone to eat a bag. This is how we're going to roll. We're going to show what can be done with the technology. You got to respect that just a little bit.
Yeah, they're pulling a Nintendo. They straight up are.
Here's the thing, man. I was genuinely, I think, on behalf of the internet, I was like, wait, this doesn't continue this before Half-Life, you dicks.
It's Half-Life the pre-sequel.
Half-Life 1.5.
Yeah, I know.
Like I guess it's more like 1.9 because we had like Opposing Force and Blue Shift.
But currently, as listed, it's Windows only, Jordan, so we'll never get to play it.
Oh, well, as it turns out, Valve's been putting a lot of effort into making Proton work very, very well with VR. So I'm thinking this may be their market case to be like, well, you don't have to worry about all this platform support because Proton will do it for you. It's hooked into Steam VR, it's hooked into Steam Input. All this shit works out of the box. So write your Windows game, use Vulkan, and you will just be able to play it. And this is like full tinfoil hat optimism, but it would make sense, right? This would be their big first party game. They've developed it using their own homegrown technology. Odds are it's going to work perfectly fine via Proton. If not, then we'll probably get a Linux release later because it's Valve. It's the source engine. They have to click export. They're going to do this all in Vulkan anyways. I do not doubt in my mind that they would. They're just going to be like, we've been pushing Vulkan for a while. Let's just use DirectX 12.
DX12 is the future, bro. Pedro, is this going to be the game? This is going to be the title. This is going to be the thing that brings VR to the masses.
It may very well turn out to be, as you said earlier, the best, at least by all measures, that we humans are capable of understanding. It may very well be the best VR game out there, and it will probably be the most successful. But it'll still be a VR game, and VR still implies, a very expensive bit of equipment. It implies having two functional hands, which, some of us do not. And yeah, no. No, I don't see it.
I'm curious though, because you bring that up, but Valve has published the specs for all like the Index stuff. So I'm curious what sort of accessibility options could get cooked up, especially now that people have access to 3D printers, right?
We can make it work. Pedro's got a foot, and I got some tape.
Yeah. And of course, the big thing at the end of the trailer is coming March 2020. Yeah.
Oh yeah. At the end of the trailer, you also see the Borealis, which was where you were supposed to go in Half-Life 2 Episode 3.
Dude,
fuck you, Valve.
I genuinely saw that, and you know what? Most of the internet, I'm gonna enjoy watching other people play through that story. But
yep,
I had a bit of a think on this when I was trapped in the booth today. Everyone's bringing up the price of VR. Fair enough, but I don't think that's the major roadblock. Not entirely, because I was just thinking, just the three of us and you at home. I mean, you think about the computer, stuff you got around you. You got more than 700 US tied up in your system. I mean, it's high, and I think it might be definitely high for one thing, but in 2019, dropping 700 on a high-end graphics card is not going to get you a high-end graphics card.
No, it'll get you close to the high end, but
Yeah.
not high end.
Now
I'll get you a nice
you need to
one.
drop another 300 on top of that.
Or, some
Yeah.
crazy YOLO gaming mode. The biggest, I don't think it's the price. I mean, that's something that'd be like, okay, next year I'm going to buy myself that for Boxing Day. Okay, maybe you're going to do that. I think the big holdback is, I've always said this is going to be about as many people that have like full racing setups, which oddly enough, it's going to run you about $700, for the pedals, the shifter.
We'll get to that in the news segment. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's VR. It currently is still going to boil down. Yes, price is a factor, but it's also wearing on your head, man. And the big killer is having the room to use it.
I can speak to that. I absolutely can, because my friend has a Vive. I've used it.
Mhm.
It's fun. It's fine. Games work under Linux via Proton perfectly fine. I almost punched a hole in his TV because I was swinging around. 100%. If you are confined in a very small space, you're gonna have a bad time. This is gonna be like the first couple months of the Wii over and over again, with people like launching Wiimotes through their TVs and walls and shit.
That's really what I'm thinking about when I both of you came to mind. Like, Jordan, I remember when you first got your apartment. I'm like, that's a hallway. No, it's not a hallway. But then again, you live in the city, in Toronto. I mean, you have a reasonably sized place. It's just not conducive to like having a VR setup. Yeah. Pedro, where would you put a VR? I mean, you would have to like dual purpose the living room, right?
I mean, it's already mine and Nori's offices.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we have zero fucking room for
That's a
any
polite way
VR.
of saying
No.
Nori won't let him get one.
No, this is what I want to see. Is I want to see we're gonna take the Patreon money. We're gonna buy an index for Pedro. We're gonna have him set him up, and we're gonna have Nori use the computer at the same time that he's playing VR games. He's just gonna whack her on the side of the head with an index controller.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
I'm mostly behind this.
I would be so dead.
I know. That's why we're gonna have a camera on you.
Well, Tux. That's the thing, man. This is why it's best played sitting down. Then you're on wheels and push your ass into a wall.
VR optimized wheelchairs. No,
Taste
you know
that
what?
shit,
Let's go. Let's move on to the next thing before this gets any darker.
All right.
Steam Marines 2. Once upon a time it was SNES
Steam Marines
graphics
1.
XCOM. Now it's early Xbox XCOM with permanent Iron Man mode enabled. This looks like some KOTOR-ass graphics. But you know what? Solid gameplay. It's out. It's in early access now. You can get it for $30. That's steep early access price. Made for 1804 or 1404 LTS. So it'll work on pretty much any recent Linux distribution. And yeah, it's basically just XCOM in space.
Okay, we need 700 megahertz graphics and 1 gig, not Intel HD, 1 gig of that DirectX compatible sound card, and a screen resolution cable of 1366 by 768.
Laptop
No,
resolution.
766. 2 pixels.
Oh,
It's important.
Oh. Yeah, this is
Hard
kind of high
mode.
priced, but they do have the DLC. But the DLC is only the soundtrack. So is this nostalgia? Hope, like, give us some of that.
No, more if you played through XCOM, played through War of the Chosen, and you want more,
And you want
like
more.
that, then you go
Yeah.
to this.
And one thing I noticed is that they have, like, on the side of the Steam store, where they say title, Steam Marines 2, developer, Worthless Bums, publisher, Worthless Bums, franchise, Steam Marines. Like, oh, that's a thing. You can apparently have franchises on Steam now. So I click on it, and there's only this one game. So it's like, oh, you guys never bothered to go back and actually add the first Steam Marines to the Steam Marines franchise.
Listen, man. If I
People
ever
are-
really, Brick Simulator is only going to come out as part 3. It's going to be a remaster, though, a remastered third version.
And it's gonna take place immediately after a cliffhanger from Brick Simulator 2. So
Yes.
you have no idea what the hell is going
It's
on.
a prequel.
Yeah, it's a midpool.
It's the DLC.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, if you want some XCOM goodness, check it out.
All hail our cuddly overlord who wears those Aussie shades, Cthulhu's catharsis. That's the thing, man. Where you play as the cute little critter, you crush other eldritch horrors. Dare to rival your powers, you gift your creatures with mutations and hugs and all that. Outwit other gods and these strange. All right. is the only thing I noticed. The only reason I brought this up is because it's got online multiplayer, man. I mean, it's got PvP. So I thought, hey, Jordan, this could be interesting, maybe.
Possibly. You don't really like Civ though, so I don't see you having too much fun with it. Actually, to me, it kind of feels a little more like Risk given the map. But here you can
they
like,
straight up call out Risk as saying like, yeah, this is basically Risk with some Hearthstone unit type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, be Lovecraftian Elder Horror, they said. Destroy the world, they said. It'll be fun, they said, right? Yeah. But yeah, you're basically just playing Risk with Lovecraftian horrors. You can modify the map, which is a cool little twist. And yeah, it's $15 currently, so it's not horribly expensive.
It is designed for the Ubuntu's 1804.2 LTS.
Yeah, when I read the bit about Risk, it's like, oh, it's Risk at the Mountains of Madness. All right.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's really Isk.
You know, Jordan, I'm going to give you that one because it was real clever, but it doesn't work.
It absolutely does. Praise Azathoth. Coming up next, we got brand new AMD drivers for you. And a faster way to get yourself vac banned, but it'll make your games look very, very pretty.
Banninated.
Cthulhu Fathagan.
What a wonderful phrase. Cthulhu Fathagan, the source of your malaise. Means no reality for the rest of your days.
Vote.linuxgamecast.com.
No, don't go there.
Vote on things.
Stay away.
Don't do it. Just don't.
Prop it.
Prop it.
Gambling prop.
Prop it. Twist it. Whack it. He's got a gun.
Everything's good enough for Cat.
Oh. No, not if it's not in English and French.
Quebec's like, let die the fire.
Just French.
Yeah, Game of the Year edition, baby. That's how you do it.
Okay. All right.
We got news. That's not too bad. Yeah, the OBS thing, I want that to. I want to believe.
That does like the screenshots that they had on the thing. It's like, yeah, that looks all right. That could be a thing.
Patrick?
I rolled my eyes, but I was like, yeah, okay, because it's got like special consoles for Farming Simulator to control your tractors.
Nice.
So you could set up like multiple like mobile devices, like tablets and phones, to have like your cockpit. Giggity.
Ah, yes, the pit of cocks.
I'm like 5 miles away, Brody. Uh-oh.
Oh shit. I'm just coming by with the real life brony wagon. Gonna kidnap you. Take you to Candy Mountain.
Spoilers.
Let's go to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
You show up and he's just got like candy. You're like, what's this bull?
I wanted my kidney removed, god damn it.
Yeah, these two are like right next to each other. Like, I don't think we can make it happen. Last week, Atomic was in Los Angeles.
Yes.
From Ohio. Like, 5 miles, bro. I don't know. See if we can work it out.
All right, I'm gonna go
between Cell and Gohan. The barf.
Oh, I saw that. Oh yeah, Rick and Morty, right? Poop.
Yeah, the shat pooper.
No,
it's all right.
Yeah, didn't hate it. Or did I? No, I don't think it's...
I'm curious if they're gonna stick with the same formula where like every episode will open up with them at the table. No, they're just gonna like run that into the ground until it's funny again, if that's the plan. It's only been 2 episodes.
I rewatched the Simpsons intro. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to clone. Oh god, I cleaned out the test tubes with my spit, Morty.
Do we have anything? Don't care. Don't care. Shadow of the...
Vermintide 2. Oh, that's $5. £5. Sniper Ghost Warrior contracts.
Snipper don't snip.
Snipper no snipping.
Yeah, they put it on the sales, man, after they're like, the entire internet went, we're not falling for that. Repackage all the optional DLC as mandatory at the same price. That's a tough one.
Well, you can unlock all the achievements really easily. Under Linux, even.
Atomic, that's in character for you, bro. Who would weird you out? I mean, like, if Steve was like, that's all I play, I'd be like, that seems legit.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of, like, game genres that, like, would weird me out if I find out people play it. Like, I don't know, I've dealt with enough people who are, like, hardcore into visual novels and, like, hentai games that shit doesn't surprise me anymore. It's like, oh, that's about right. That's your dirty secret? Alright. Sure, whatever.
Oh, apparently Farming Simulator's too dark and twisted. He's like, nah, man, nah, that belongs to a friend.
No, what was that farming game that we played? Fuck.
Farm Together?
Oh, yeah, Farm Together.
Maybe we'll break that out to get some multiplayer going.
I thought it was just like the farms compete. That's the multiplayer.
Yeah, whatevs.
My farm's better than your farm, Vin.
It doesn't have
I grew
deathmatch.
like 9 carrots.
I want deathmatch.
Ho versus ho.
I gotta limit how long. I can play about like 15 to 17 minutes before I gotta get up and do something, man. The longest I will sit and play a game is Friday.
The Atomic asks, have you considered it's because you have an inability to connect with real-world prepubescent girls?
Real world hentai? Tentacles.
Yeah.
Delicious, delicious tentacles.
Tentacle porn is older than the internet.
Don't need some oil.
Some WD-40.
Lord.
From the larder, because he's in the UCK.
What was... I know I saw something the other day that I was going to bring up. It'll come to me, like, Tuesday at 3 in the morning. Yeah. I'll send you a text.
I'll just get a random, like, Hangouts message, like, fuck, this is what it was.
Yep. That's how it roll. So is anybody else going to buy the Tesla truck?
Does it transform into a robot?
35,000 pounds to spare, I would.
39.
Or, yeah, 39.
See, I joke about that, but like 42 is where I keep losing my bids on my Model S's.
So if you can grab a Tesla at about that price.
Yeah, if it actually is that price, though, because that, like...
4 years later.
I'm looking at, like, 6-year-old Model S's right now. It's like, I understand how much I'll pay for it. Your new clown car? Dude. I would... It just looks... I don't know. It's ugly enough to where I like it, maybe?
It looks like it's a 3D render no matter where you're looking at it from. You're looking at it in person, it's like, how the fuck did they render that onto the real world?
It looks like a shuttlecraft from Star Trek.
It's... clearly more efficient. I mean, it uses less polygons than your standard ice truck. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna run. It's gonna run so fast. It's on the lowest settings, right? Like
it does like 3.9 seconds. Jeez.
Yeah. it runs at like 120 frames a second.
But here's the brilliant part. You can
taco.
stand in the bed and hold on to the bot. Yeah, like hit it. We can just go high pavement, right?
The other thing too is sometimes you'll clip through the geometry of the real world.
Oh, right.
So, you'll avoid some collisions.
Yeah, don't park it near a tree. The physics won't like you very much.
I mean, wouldn't that be the thing to like just prove that we're all in a simulation? It's like, yeah, we made this car. Look what happens when we park it next to a tree. This tree just like reshapes itself. Fuck, we're in the simulation.
You're doing
we're
the
in the
thing,
Matrix,
dude.
aren't we?
It's just like Skyrim's like a horse. You're like, all right.
All right, well, we're in the
And
Matrix.
we're flying now. Okay.
And then you start taking falling damage.
Well, just you can shoot it. Just don't throw a steel ball at it.
Don't walk up to it with like a bucket in your
It's a
hand. or something.
Pokeball. Take it out.
That's a Pokemon, Vegeta.
I'm just saying, man. I can just see Joe like doing that. Get a little step ladder. It'll be adorable.
I mean, like, the wheel would be up here and Jill would be like this.
Nah, Joe would be in the back playing video games. They'll be like level 4 autonomous, man. Can you imagine that thing goes haywire? Like, choo-choo.
It's not the autonomous vehicles you got to worry about. It's the other drivers who don't follow the rules.
I don't
of the
know.
road.
I just like the fact that you can't shoot this one. It just shrugs it off.
No.
That's yet to be determined. I think we're gonna see a rash of shootings once they start hitting the road. It's like people want to prove a point.
Dude. Okay, actually, I need to do a little quick bio break, then we'll get into it.
Yes. Why are you complaining about a little bit of rain? Is it because it's slightly colder than it used to be in Tanzania?
Because he's the Wicked Witch of New York.
Oh, Shay, by the way, I saw the little thing you had earlier on Discord about you started watching Star Trek Discovery, and you said that it's like, oh, it feels more like a sci-fi show rather than a Star Trek show. And it's like, yes, exactly. That is why I like it more than the rest of the Star Trek shows.
Here's the thing about that though, is like Star Trek is now super anachronistic. Like the stuff that it posited as futuristic, a lot of it exists today. And like not fucking teleporters and shit, but like there's some more sophisticated technology that's in play currently that were like presented as speculative episodes of Star Trek. So at some point you're gonna need to realize like if you're gonna try and sell it to people, you gotta do something to address a bit of this anachronism. Otherwise, it's just gonna like fail to grab people the same way it used to.
Yeah, honestly, no one's really caring about the technology. It's just like, it's not my Star Trek. That's why I don't like it.
I can't
Oh, absolutely. People want the same thing over and over and over and over.
Don't worry, they're making that. It's called Picard.
No, that's gonna have way more kung fu flips and lens flare than what they want.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of any of the old Star Treks, and I don't mind Discovery at all.
Well, that's because you're a fucking shitheel, and DS9 is amazing.
He tried. Come on.
I mean,
Fair enough, I guess. I mean, internet arguments, right?
Yeah. No, man, DS9's the worst Star Trek. It's not what Roddenberry envisioned.
Hey, you remember like halfway through when Roddenberry like stopped messing with TNG and it got good?
Yeah, right. It's like Stan Lee or George Lucas, right? You can credit them for creating the thing, but then other writers who are better than them come in. And
Yes,
stuff.
Dude,
and they
some
remove
people-
them. It's like, no, stop fucking with it. Just go away.
Some people, we just kick God in the nuts and they're ready to fight. Which is good. We like it feisty.
Yeah, especially for the news segment, where they're not going to be talking in Discord about anything we're talking about. It's just going to be an internet fight about Star Trek.
Speaking of internet fights about Star Trek, let's do the news.
Yes. No Star Trek, unfortunately.
The animated series is totally canon, you guys.
I'm really interested to see what the new He-Man's going to be like.
It just needs to be like 90 minutes of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Smith tries, man. Oh my god, does he try all the time in this institution. Speaking of which, I still gotta watch the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yes.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
In 3, 2.
It is the news coming up, but before we get to that, and don't worry, the news will start off with some drivers as is tradition, but before, well, there's that little thing that involves us basically trying to promote ourselves as something that is worth your time and
Shameless
your money.
self-promotion, man. Come on. All
Yes,
right,
basically.
come on, just get the shirt off.
Yeah, I mean, I got the baby oil ready to go.
Oh,
Ugh. That's going to replace the whale in my nightmares. If you want the whale in your nightmares to go away, you should head on over to LinuxGameCast.com. Mouse your cursor over that support tab where we have links to our Patreon, our LibrePay, our merchandise, our PayPals, our wish lists, and our Bitcoin. Patreon's the best way to go about supporting us because you get cool stuff like show note access and access to the Discord channel and an extra hour, a full hour of us just talking shit about Nier Automata or Star Wars or whatever the hell. Yeah, whatever's got our goat that
our
week.
spoiler cast, and that's available in podcast form, or you can join us live.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Yep.
You can get your name in the credits. We'll read it out, and you can be like, "Yay, that's me!" Or if we're playing some games and we open it up to the general Discord public, you can get in there and play some games with us. It's gonna be fun. We got to thank Ruben, who's a brand new Patreon. Thank you very much, Mr. Ruben.
Ruben.
Don't have any recurring cash to spend on us. Well, you know what? We got wish lists.
No.
We got I got one. Pedro's got one. Ben's got one. If you want to help us out by donating some hardware, you absolutely can. You end up on Frank's Fuckwall, where there's still one spot left. One spot left before Fuckwall 2.0.
It's a
gets
legendary
retired.
spot, man. This spot is like pristine. It's brilliant.
He who claims that spot will be the rightful king of England. Pedro will do whatever you say. It's true. It's the law. It's part of his contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also got to sort by some LGC
I
t-shirts.
should know. I
Best
paid
buds.
the hobo good money to write the laws. He promised me it was all
Hobo
about board and
contract.
legit. Yeah. Amen.
Listen, you don't want to go
He
violating
said
hobo
if I
contracts. They'll
questioned
come
him
after
again,
you.
he was going to cut me. So I just rolled with it.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Hope you like rabies transmitted from other humans. Yeah, but we got LGC shirts. They're great. You should buy some, put them on your body, wear them in public. People will be very, very confused, and that's good. That's the intended outcome.
All right.
We got-
If you're not doing anything with that Amazon thing with the Twitch, how's that work?
Oh yeah, the Twitch Prime thing. If you're paying $100 a year because you want to watch The Expanse or Carnival Row or whatever the fuck is on Amazon
the
Prime,
High
it's the video
Castle.
that you want to watch. Yeah, Man in the High
Stargate
Castle.
SG-1 reruns.
Yeah, well, it turns out you get a free sub for Twitch channel, so you can give it to us. It doesn't cost you anything. That money is earmarked by Amazon for Twitch anyways. Give us a follow
Yep. Sweet.
and get some VOD access. And
You get no
other cool
ads
stuff.
because I have that thing set. So you
Oh
don't get
yeah.
Because I don't like watching
What-
ads, and that's why I
What
sub to
kind
people
of
on Twitch.
ads do we get? Are we still getting like Christian dating sites?
No.
No, it's Twitch ads. They're mostly
Boo.
Amazon approved ads.
I was gonna say Ninja, but he's on Mixer now.
Thanks, Dr. Ramis. Here's the thing, though. with the ads, it's either like some stupid game thing or just Bud Light.
Bud Light, give us money, Budweiser, and we'll talk.
Oh yeah,
we'll
no,
pretend that we
seriously,
actually
talk
like your
to
beer.
us.
Delicious Bud Light nights.
Water.
Drivers.
All right, drivers. Mesa 19.2.5 is out, available for your general consumption if you feel like compiling Mesa on your own. Nothing new in terms of features, but we got some, I don't know what HSW is, Tropico 6, and Super TextCart have their shadows fixed. So there's no longer going to be flickering. If you're on power, then you can run GLX gears again if you have an AMD card installed. And if you do, on the AMD train, if you're struggling to start Civ 6, you can now.
Yeah. And it's a very boring release, because if you actually look at like all the changes that were made, it's like, okay, most of these are just like consistency updates, which is not a bad thing at all. But I think at this point, everyone's kind of chomping at the bits for 19.3, because that's when you get the ACO and the proper AMD Navi bits. So it's like, can we have that?
You can always run master. You can always just do git checkout master.
Yeah, you just build the git.
I like to live dangerously.
Here's one of the things I'm thinking about, man. Because I know a lot of people, this is a question that I do get. Like, when am I going to be able to buy like a 5000 series AMD card, plug the damn thing in, and it work without me having to do any moon magic?
January 2020.
Well, that depends on your distro, because it's when Mesa releases that, and then it's when the distro ingests that and actually ships that with their installer. So for Ubuntu, for Fedora, for Arch, it's all going to be different. So the answer is Spoon trademark.
Yay!
Yes.
Allow me to tell you a tale of a bad divorce and a lost safety deposit box key and revenge from Montezuma. Revenge.
I had a bit of Montezuma's Revenge last night.
Hey, man, we're talking about a game made in 1998 by Utopia Technologies, and people have been trying to figure out a while how to get the game released. And, well, Rich, he said a few years ago he was trying to get the source code released, but there's no real update. Until dude dropped out on Twitter, like Quack Guyver reached out to Geldrich, and he got an update. Turns out the update is kind of interesting. Turns out that he had most of it backed up. Two of the other developers with us that he was working with didn't give him the complete source code, but he had enough to where he could work on it. And this is back in like 2004. He did some CDRs. He backed them up. He doesn't really know if they're readable, but turns out he put them in a safety deposit box. Gloucester City and the Ben Franklin Bridge immediately took the yeah, it's across the Delaware in Philly. That's where it's sitting, but he's lost the key to the safety deposit box. So if you ever think about it, womp womp, maybe one day he will just, okay, this is where he lost me, man.
All right.
I've lost a safety deposit key, and that genuinely involved showing up at the bank, giving them some passports and some IDs, and they're like, here's another key. I'm like, oh, thanks. And they're like, and that'll be $20. I'm like, damn it.
You know, I liked Montezuma's Return. I liked it a lot. It was a platformer collectathon type of thing. And yeah, of the three people involved in this particular story, I think Geldrich his only fault is that of laziness, because he doesn't want to go to the bank and get a new key for the safety deposit box. And apparently one of the people got into
he
some
won't go
actual
get the key,
trouble.
but here's some drone footage of the source code
from
located.
Gloucester City. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, one of the people apparently got in trouble with their spouse, and then they went into hiding. So shit got real at one point. The other one joined an ashram somewhere, and now lives a very yoga-ish lifestyle.
This is some Blues Brothers shit, man.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of situation led all these three people to get together and make a game at one point?
I don't know, man. I hope the
drugs.
Yep, drugs do it. I mean, you could finish that with the Aristocrats. Like, okay, fine. Is Borat starring in this? Probably.
My life.
I hope it gets sorted. I mean, this is not going to cause me to ever lose sleep. But I'm just like, well, don't tell the world that if it's just you not wanting to do it.
Yeah, it's just I
I mean,
like it.
I can give the guy credit because I too don't want to go to a bank and interface with like a human teller. That's
Fair.
not a thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, do you want to interface with a wheel?
What
Well,
kind of wheel?
If you do, there is
round
a
one.
way. Well, there is someone who's actively trying to improve that. If you happen to not have Logitech G920, because if you
what?
have that,
I love the fact that it's experimental. Like, it's gonna fuck you up on accident if you're not careful.
it is a kernel module, so it may very
You're-
well.
Oh
do that.
no, I'm
computer
talking like
will
you're
sprout
missing
wheels
a
and,
hand
like-
and dislocated shoulder. You're like,
no,
"Damn it."
no. You like your computer straight up Optimus Primes into like a car and drives off like through your wall.
The best kind of kernel module.
Wait,
then.
you
But
hear
yes.
like the you open the door and it's a Tesla truck. Like, oh no.
Knock knock.
I hear you have a steering wheel, bitch. But yeah, no, this one is new LG4FF, which is LG steering wheel force feedback improvements for the non G920 series wheels. Basically, if you have a G920 or the G29 and basically any of the ones that Farrell tested with Dirt Rally and said these are good, yeah, those already work as they should anyway. All the other ones, if you have them, if they have a force feedback, chances are you probably weren't getting all of the force feedback issues. This particular kernel module is being developed specifically to introduce those missing bits of functionality. Now, it is experimental, and the developer says, like, yeah, test as much as possible, and if you do have one of these wheels, just give it a try. Let them know how it goes. If you have any issues, let them know. Because, yeah, it would be really nice to have this in the kernel, and if you can get this up and running, it might just happen.
I'm searching on Google right now for like images of like trashed living rooms, so I can send him a picture and just say, "No, you said I was the chosen one." It's like I had to put my wheel down.
Yeah.
Let's run it now.
One thing that this guy might do if someone feels like opening up a pull request, add a DKMS config file so that you can just drop this in and not have to worry about rebuilding it every single time.
Not
You can write your own DKMS file.
Like I said, make a pull request and then submit it. So
Go for it.
Because that's how open source works.
Yeah.
There's still a couple force feedback functions that aren't implemented here, but I mean, if you're one of those people with the driving wheel and you're in the smaller minority of that who is using a driving wheel under Linux, congratulations.
With a VR headset.
Not yet. Next
Not
year.
yet.
Next
Right.
year.
Man, I can't
when
wait
Half-Life
to
Alyx
play
comes out.
Alex with my steering wheel. It'll be
Oh
awesome.
man, I'm sure there's going to be a speedrun category for that. 100%. 100%.
All right. What if you want it to look super sharp?
Well, you might get your ass back banned.
Yeah, you will most likely get VAC banned if you try to do this with a multiplayer game, but hey, this is VK Basalt, or Basalt, or however you want to say it. We talked about this about a month ago when they released version not 1.0, and now they have version not 2.0 out, and they have some new features, like enhanced subpixel, subpixel morphological anti-aliasing.
Screenshots.
Yeah, I don't have screenshots for this one, but
No, I'm just saying that's a feature they should add for the 0.21 releases. Screenshots. just throwing that out there.
It would actually be very nice, because with the first one it's like, okay, so what does this actually do? So I fired up Fallout 4 and I got a couple of screenshots, and yes, it does make a significant difference. Now this time around they actually they do. If you actually look at the full screenshots, they're UHD screenshots. So
I looked at them. I couldn't
out.
tell the difference.
Nope. You see, you only looked at
Your
the half
eyes need work.
screenshots.
Maybe.
I look at them upside down.
I got to invert
yeah.
the colors. Look at them in Australia mode.
It's stenography, man.
You really don't. It's actually glaringly obvious the difference. It does make a significant difference.
Yeah, it
and
does.
Now
It makes like the original image look like it's anti-laced properly.
Yes. And now, which was one of the things that was missing with version 0.1, and they have basically improved the anti-aliasing version with this one, and you can actually set the intensity of subpixel anti-aliasing, which will most likely have a bit of a performance improvement if you're looking into doing that, because just the sharpening filter, that one doesn't really seem to have any kind of performance impact, at least not for my testing, but I don't know. Maybe someone else is giving it a try with another game.
I mean, like, if like you raised a really good question in the notes, Vin, about like the performance impact, and my first thought to that was it really depends on how the game engine in question handles anti-aliasing, because maybe something like this is more performant, just because it was implemented poorly originally. But I don't know. Still, big ol' use at your own risk sticker slapped to this boy. Oh yeah, Don't use this with the multiplayer game. Stick with single player. Otherwise, you will be banned. Don't go messing around with post processing layers and modifying VRAM.
Yeah,
you will get detected by anti-cheat.
Injecting stuff in the middle of graphical calls will get you banned.
Flax is no longer for seeds.
It's a miracle. Yeah, I was gonna make a Flax Bagels joke, but whatever. It makes them taste weird. Flax is available for Linux. What is it? I've never heard of it. It's a game engine. It uses Vulkan.
It has ball technology.
It has techbology. Even it uses Clang 7.
Oh god, that was so bad.
I know. Do you like that? Does that hurt? Good. One thing that really stuck out to me about this is that it's cool. It's open source. It's available on GitHub. You can check it out. But much like Unity, these guys decide they need to fucking reinvent the wheel and not use SDL2 because they use X11 for Windows system and mouse keyboard input. So use at your own risk. That's all I'm going to say. SDL2 has solved all of these problems and more. And if you are making a game engine and feel that you do not need to include the SDL2, I question your sanity as a developer and also your ability to function on rat poison. But yeah, more open source engines are nice. It's available. It's supposed to, the sales pitch here is it's by game developers for game developers, as opposed to all those other engines who are written by non-game developers or accounting programmers and I don't know.
Hey man, Unity has absolutely allowed artists to make games, which is not always a bad thing. Not 100% of the time.
No, yeah, for the most part, actually bringing the ability to make a video game to the masses is not a bad thing, at least not in theory. And then you see the actual practical effects of actually doing that, and you get the Unity ghetto. So
yeah. But sometimes you see like people will try and they'll work, but I think a lot of the Unity ghettos, people just don't give a damn.
Right.
There's people trying to make a quick buck. Yes.
And to the point about artists making games, right? Like sometimes you have an idea and you need something to get like a bare bones prototype out, so you can hand it to another programmer who'll be like, I see what you're trying to do here. And let me help you.
Yes.
To make sure we piss off both sides equally, programmer art's just as bad.
Oh yeah.
There. Are we covered?
Still baffles me how Minecraft got as popular as it did, but here we are.
Children's cough syrup.
Yeah. Going back to
no, we've been
Flax. No,
really.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay, you got more on it?
Yeah, just a little bit. They do say like the beta will be coming soon. It's still not available for download, but they do say that like getting Linux ready was a very important step because they do very much want to have like PS4 and Switch compatibility. And if you go back on the episodes, a couple of episodes ago when we were ripping on a developer about using this article that said that porting for Mac was difficult and people were dropping it as an excuse to not bring or not continue to develop their game on Linux.
That's how I bullshit my way out of situations. Come on, I blame Mac.
Yeah. As it turns out, that article specifically said, yes, if you create a Linux port right from the get-go, it'll make porting your game, or in this case your engine, to the PS4 and the Switch that much easier. So, yeah.
I'm just saying, man, don't feel like mopping the floors. Blame a Mac. All right. Version 126 of not Matrix, because I even corrected the spelling. It's
Enter
Matrix.
the Matrix.
Yeah, I've typed in.
Matrix.
Yeah. Enter the Matrix. What is it? Man, it's, well, something that now has native support for OBS Studio. You can do the commands with the Matrix buttons. You do need the OBS WebSockets. I've posted a video how to get that up and running. There's going to be a video that'll show up early, but it, like an Elgato, the cat Rawr Stream Deck, but you'll be able to use your mobile device. I mean, this thing does a deck editor, you know what I'm saying? It's really cool it's a whole lot cooler if I enable that. So
video.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get to graphics, you silly monkey shit. I couldn't get it to work. And I tried really hard because I want to be able to do like a custom setup on a tablet for like macros and stuff like that, scene transitions, which according to this, it's very capable of doing. But
if you can establish that TCP connection,
I would throw myself under the bus. I'm like, we did something wrong with the router again. But you know, my current WebSocket setup that I have with a tablet right now, working through a web browser, it works. So I know they can see each other, and it only works on that one port. So I don't know. Go get the show notes, try it out at home, and see if you can make it work. I mean, it does keyboard emulation, keyboard macros, photo. I mean, the versatility of this particular software was like laid out what I saw someone with like 2 or 3 mobile phones and a couple of tablets as their farming simulator deck. I mean, you can do like custom controls for like CSGO and all type of stuff. And I was like, I want to play around with this, and I'll give you. I think it's free, but I think there's a version you could buy. I'll do it. Still cheaper than an Elgato Stream Deck. You know, just grab one of your old tablets.
Yeah, I saw the screenshots that they had for like how you could actually have everything. So I was like, I wouldn't mind that. No, I wouldn't mind that at all.
It is definitely a pretty neat piece of kit.
Neither of you will ever use it.
No, and that's the thing. It's not for me. I saw it in the show notes. I'm like, this is something 100% targeted at the Venn market segment. This, because like no, you had to set up like a little crappy like web page, right? Like a single page thing to submit stuff over WebSockets, or
It's easy. I can show anybody to do it. See, this is our little control thing, and I mean it works because here's the thing. I can like blow a hole in the router and give you the IP address, and you could switch the show from Canada.
You don't want to do that.
All the fucks know.
You're gonna have an entire episode stuck on Pedro. That's it. That's what happens when you give me switching powers.
My ego's okay with that.
But there are some limitations doing this. All I can really do is switch scenes and like activate and close sources. This would give me theoretically control of Lua scripting.
Power of Lua.
Danger Zone. All right. Speaking of Danger Zone.
Lua's easy enough to screw something up with. Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up next, Automata. Do 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 do. Automata. Do 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 do. Automata. Do 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 do. There's a Juggalo tank. A fucking Juggalo tank.
Let it go.
No.
Turn away and slam the door.
That's what we need. Someone needs to like make DLC to bring Elsa from Frozen into Nier Automata.
Aren't they making like 2?
Yes, Frozen 2 is it's either coming out or it has come out.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is out apparently.
Yeah.
I know this because I live next to a movie theater and they have posters all over the fucking place.
You know, I would. That might be a bold claim, Vin. I was about to say I'd probably go see a movie at least every week, but I don't know. I especially would
if they had a movie theater in Fulbourn, I'd probably go see a heck of a lot more movies. Actually, having to go into town to watch a movie.
I had the movie pass. I saw two movies out of like the 5 months I had that. So
this is one of those like theaters. It's sort of like the Alamo Draft House, but it's like the big theater chains version of that, where they'll like bring you booze and food.
Oh, like an AMC.
We used to have AMCs in Canada, but they didn't do that. I don't know.
The nicer ones do now. I'm in Athens. Everything's gentrified, man.
Right. Damn you, white people.
I show you. The dollar store has like a nice bricked up market version, which is like, I didn't even know these things existed.
I thought it would be like a $10 store.
No. Yeah, it is. Banana there. Nothing in there's $1, dude.
Yeah. How much does banana cost? $10.
But Can I get an
It's
individually
like
wrapped?
Poundland now that they don't have competition anymore. Yeah, Pound World went away. The 99 cents went away.
man,
It's just Poundland.
If I lived next to a place called Poundland, I would go there every day and just work it into conversation. Yeah, I'm just going to Poundland. Going to Pound Town.
There is
Gonna
like
buy
a
some beef
legitimate
jerky.
dollar store, and I walked in there. It's like, no, go out backwards. Don't turn around. Don't blink. Don't show fear.
Just Homer Simpson your way out of that into the
Fuck
bushes.
that, man. It's like this is sketchy for me, man. And I like going to like thrift stores and stuff and digging around.
Yeah, the Euro stores in Portugal. You went in and there was that distinct smell of plastic.
Yeah, the smoke.
No,
the
it's just
petroleum,
plastic. Yeah.
petrol, that fresh straight out of China smell. I know. I was like,
Yeah.
that's why
Tastes
this.
like lead.
I got 100 of these for like 80 cents on AliExpress. True story.
Scott, when I'm next over in Canadian land, you and I need to go out.
Preferably somewhere remote. Pedro will show you his formaldehyde dance. It's mesmerizing.
Yes, Scott and I will have a date.
Ooh. Scandalous.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
I don't know, Scott. What's your idea of a good date? Well, how would you wine and dine Pedro? I'll throw the question at you, Pedro, as well. What'd you do to wine and dine Scott?
I'm more curious, Linux Nero, why did you have a 1.2 gigabit internet connection?
Well, unfortunately, you have to go on a date with Pedro, Scott. So bring your A game, or your F game, or your D game.
Nope. See, Scott's gonna show up with a little like, "Hello, my name is." He's gonna go stick it right on Pedro. He's like, done. All right, let's get it on. Having the actual physical fiber line run in front of my house is more torturous than it not being there.
Yeah, now that you know that it's there.
Yeah, now shit's in motion. The clock's ticking. Like before that, it was like, I hope it'd be really nice. Gee, that'd be swell. I'm like, where you fuckers at? No. Every time I hear something that's like a large diesel engine, no, boo. Yeah.
It's going to involve Scott and a very famous monument in France.
The Louvre?
Sure, why not? Give him the old Arc de Triomphe.
Hey, man, listen, that was Jordan's stage name in the 60s. Irish Curiosity.
You know what? I'm going to hit the check button on that one.
As you should.
It involved potatoes.
No, I was gonna make a
nope.
joke that would be both
Just
offensive to
let it
Jews
go.
and the Irish, so
The
and possibly the English too. So
has anyone watched the alternate history moon space thing?
Discovery's making it, I think. Is
Apple.
That? Oh no,
Mm.
then
See, this is like one of my issues. I don't have a way to watch it. I mean, I do, but I don't know if I care enough. I don't have any Apple devices. Like, none. That's not a humble brag. I just simply don't.
Not anymore.
I guess I got one of these now from work. So, so get this. Get
Okay.
this. So they, I think it was like a week or two ago, they announced the new MacBooks, right?
Okay.
And the
I just
big
realized I
change-
might need to get you to update our podcast. I'm not joking.
Because you need to have.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually a corporate machine, so it's actually pretty locked down. But I'll see what I can do.
Life finds a way.
Yeah. Anyways, so they have truncated on the new Macs. They have truncated the touch bar to make room for a physical escape key. So I love the fact that enough VI users complain to Apple that they can't get out of their fucking text editor anymore. So much so that they've gone and reversed a decision that they made. They're like, yeah, man, the touch bar is great. And all the programmers are like, no, I can't exit VI anymore.
The escape key was there. It just wasn't physical.
Yes, it sucked.
You had to draw 6 triangles and a smiley face. Like a normal person, according to Apple. I don't know. Honestly, a slab of glass that I had the option to like tippy type on, but also swipe, I'd be down with.
I will say that in whatever fucking OS 10 version is installed on that MacBook, there is actually emoji support in the fucking terminal.
I'm just saying,
It's just
man.
terrible.
Well,
Live the dream.
Ubuntu has emoji support in the terminal built in.
I don't need emoji named directories. That's just that's a fucking troll right there. Just make a bunch of fucking emoji named directories in Pedro's home directory. Make him clean them up. God damn it! I don't. Why? How do you rm-rf eggplant poop smiley face?
It's easy. You just rm-rf, but you exclude the folders that are supposed to be there. Everything
How
else
do
just
you do
goes.
that? What's the command line syntax for that, Pedro?
Yeah, I'd have to Google that.
See, exclusionary RM is not as straightforward as you think it is.
No, it isn't.
It would be nice if you could say like RM everything that's not this, but it's a little
Yeah.
dicier than that.
It's basically easier to have a text file with the names of the directories you want to keep, and then say, like, yeah, anything in this file is the exception, and you remove everything.
Right,
That's not that.
you're writing a one-liner with a bash loop and an if statement is what I'm getting at.
Yep. Basically, go
Like-
line by line on this file to see which folder. If the folder name you're looking at right now is not there, delete it.
And now
There.
Pedro is going to write the script for you in Discord right now.
Oh hell no!
Do it. And then you're going to run
I
it on your
can't.
computer. You're going to run it on your computer as root. Do it. Do it, Pedro.
I mean,
You're
wouldn't make much of a
elite
difference. It's
Linux
my home
hacksaw.
folder.
You're an elite Linux user. Do it. Do it.
I am not. I'm a Linux user. We'll drop that sentence off right there.
But you're a programmer. You should know how Bash works. Man, the people who make Bash don't fucking know how Bash works.
I have a loose understanding of Bash. That's about it.
There is some dark sorcery you can do with Bash. It gets a little fucked up at times.
I will admit, you can get creative.
Oh man, like if you want some fun time, ask how to do something on the Bash IRC channel. You will get like 8 different solutions, none of which you can read.
My new favorite thing is people like cruising up into the OBS Linux support channel, like just straight up asking Windows questions. Like, what are you doing? Like, well, I didn't. Oh, you can tell I'm running Windows. Like, fuck off. It's right in your
Man,
log.
I had to set up a Windows machine this week.
To what? Take a full?
No, automated Internet Explorer browser regression testing. Because until
Yeah,
they
I have
release
to set
the
up
version,
Windows machines every day.
I specifically look for jobs that require me to not touch Windows. So
Yeah, I didn't really look for this job. It was kind of, someone straight up rung me up. It's like, we need someone like right now. Can you do it? Yeah.
cheapest and most available, Pedro Mateus, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty much, yeah.
For those of you just tuning in, this is probably most likely not a cult, but
No, I got my Apple product. It's a cult.
yay!
Actually, the only reason I have this here is because I got a deployment I got to contend with at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I'm here in case shit goes wrong.
Microsoft product. There you go. Balance.
That'll do it. As with all things. Okay.
Bring
cool.
balance the
Let's roll.
horse.
In 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Chairquisition, where we throw chairs at games and tell you what we think about them. We run them on a bunch of different operating systems as well. We got KDE Neon, we got Debian, we got Fedora. We're going to see if this game even works on all three of them via Proton. This is Nier Automata. It's developed by Square Enix and Platinum Games, done on a custom engine, done through DXVK and Wine, Proton, all that good stuff. It's about is it £29 now? Is it not like $300 or something? I don't know. The price on this guy keeps fluctuating. What is it? Nier Automata tells the story of androids 2B, 9S, and A2 and their battle to reclaim the machine-driven dystopia overrun by powerful dildos. We gotta mandatorily disclose that it's thanks to you that we're able to throw chairs at this game. You, the lovely Patreons who support us and allow us to purchase games. It's a lot of game. So let's begin. Ben, how'd it work?
Just a round for Jordan each and every week. He surprises me with a new and exciting intro.
Right.
It's brilliant.
Keep you on your toes.
How does it work over here on our AMD 1920X? 32 gigajoules of RAM with a 2060. Pretty good. We had to throw the chairs at this because this is like a sanctioned game from Valve. And I'm like, yo, this is on the Steam whitelist. So everything worked out of the box. This is the latest version of Proton. I am running the NVIDIA beta drivers for the Vulkan. Let's see. Okay, the only like serious grips I got about it is I couldn't get it to run on anything other than the non-primary, well, only the primary monitor, even though you can clearly see at some point there would be options to, I don't know, put it on like something that's not 43 inches. However, the game still ran. Performance-wise, on the 2060, 1080 YOLO maxed out. It pretty much slams 59.96 minus the random chunky parts, but hey man, that's Japan tax. You're going to get that on Windows. Graphics, a little bit of pop-in, but no serious glitches. Used to have some serious glitches back in the day with like spazzy, flashy lights, but that's for the most part been worked out. Control-wise, it works out of the box with the X-Clone and PS4. So outside of the little monitor gripe, and give it a clean bill of health, and that's good to see.
On Fedora 3064-bit with the i7-6700K GTX 1080 Ti. It was running fine. I was running some older NVIDIA drivers. Once you hit the second level through that giant cloud of white, apparently there's too much white for the NVIDIA drivers to handle, and the game would just crash, which is great because I had to go. I didn't save on like on the satellite, and so I had to go through that entire dialogue again.
Pixelated mayonnaise, baby.
It was great. But on 440-36, everything runs fine. At 1080p, I should add. For performance, I made the mistake of playing through most of the tutorial at UHD on high, which ran at about 24 frames a second, which was completely fucking miserable. Barely playable once I was able to actually knock the resolution down to 1080p. It holds about 59. It's pretty good with that. Graphical wise, it's very pretty. It's very, very good looking. I'll get to that more in the fun section. Yeah, and controls, worked out of the box with the DualShock 4. Happy with it. 4 chairs.
Yeah, and over here, in Ryzen land with the 3700X and the GTX 1080 on KDE Neon. it launches, and it also launches on the on El Cheapo with the Intel i5 3470 with the RX 570 AMD GPU. Yeah, at max settings would blur off because the blur just looks bad. At 1440p here on the Ryzen box, it likes to every now and then dip to about 45 FERPs, but it usually stays around 60. On El Cheapo at 1080p, it goes anywhere from 22 to 60. Usually, if you lower the graphics down to medium, still would blur off on El Cheapo. The FERPs, they come up to about on par as a Ryzen box, so that's not terrible. The graphics, yes, the grass and the higher res textures, they like to pop in quite a lot. But yeah, that doesn't really affect gameplay. It's just a bit jarring and very much noticeable. The controls, yeah, the DualShock 4 worked out of the box, and it does let you customize the layout, which is not often the case with some games, especially AAA ones, but this one does, so that's very nice to see. And I did run into an issue between this box and El Cheapo, where because the game likes to sync the controller configuration to the cloud, the something about the communication between the two is like, well, the DualShock profile cannot be applied to the Steam controller, so we're just going to revert to the defaults on both these machines. It's like, oh, I get that most people want to run into this issue, so I'm not going to dig in a chair for that. 4 chairs.
All right, well, there you go. We got Corpse Zombie Android Queen. She's here. Telling us that the game will work on your distribution. Yeah. All right. What about fun-wise, Ven? You played a lot of this game. How'd you enjoy?
It's not often I play a game that, makes me question what qualifies as intelligence or AI or just like what it means to be human. More to the point, you know what? I've never been hit with a video game that just legitimately got a OMG, WTF, BBQ moment like this game did, and it just drops it on you from orbit right in your face meets. You don't expect it. Since at first, everything with the game's kind of real thick over your head. You're just like, yeah, I get it. Robots, they think they're androids, and the androids, they want to be people. I get it, game. I get it. I know what's going on. Then, on the third playthrough, stick around, I'll get to that, with all the accumulated backstory, a thing that it happens, it goes down, that genuinely made me tap. I've talked about this like a year ago. Tapped that pause button, fam, just to take that moment in, because it was a deep fried fucked up thing that, for lack of a better explanation, really showed the dangers of becoming human. It's like, well played, or at least the attempt to emulate the human. That's kind of how they roll with that. Game wise, combat, it's kind of solid, a little repetitive. If you watch any playthrough, there's a circle strafe, man. It gets shit done in this game. And the world is really a lot smaller than you think it is. But, square miles, that's something to think about. That's it. There's still plenty to explore and smash the living shit out of. Now, if you like doing the upgrades by collecting the chips, finding the secrets, this game will consume you. R.I.P. Pedro. I look at it like this. Nori, I either owe you an apology or you owe me a thank you. I don't do that, so whatevs. That's not my thing. I'm just going to vend my way through it because it does what I like, man. It's a brawler. If you can really call it that. Can you call it a brawler? I don't know, man.
I call it like a beat 'em up. Yeah, sure.
Because one of the things that,
spectacle fighter,
maybe fighter. Because if you rush head into anything, you're going to come back in a little robo body bag real quick. So you do have to have some lead strats. Regardless, you do get to smash shite and you get to look good while doing it. Enjoy that solid story that they somehow, and I do mean somehow, managed to deliver over 3 playthroughs, and it doesn't come off as gimmicky. I really thought this is going to be a pain in the ass, no reward. No, it stacks. It's legit. Now, it took me a solid 30 plus hours to vend my way through it, man. Just go watch my live stream of that from last. I just plowed through it because I like to get to the end of the game. Give me the story, the side stuff. I can live without it. I really enjoyed it. Performance, still a little hit or miss. You know, I'm running the 2060. I'm running a Threadripper, not exactly the best gaming system in the world. And it still has some bugs. Unfortunately, like 2+ years later, this is nothing against Proton or running the game on Linux. This is all about to the developers. They haven't released a single patch or anything to address any of the outstanding issues with Automatic Tomato. That kind of irritates me a little bit. Still, if you can find this on sale, you know, they dropped it. You know, I can get it for $39.99 wet, stinky cashes. That's almost worth it. I think you'll dig the experience, you know, and like the ending, or the ending. Yeah, the ending is it's like, that like, wait, what the fuck? It followed with like a nice little side of like, really? All right. I wasn't even mad. I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed going back and playing it. I haven't touched it in about a year. Just playing it last night and getting my face smashed in, man. I would say solid 3 cheers, which is that. Come on, there we go. Check it out. Yeah, it's good to see. Good to see.
Yeah, never have I seen a game that truly incentivizes the amount of moose violence that is required.
Moose that get you killed.
Dude, no, they're great for farming money.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's a little sad how, like, if you just kind of sit back and shoot them with the big laser, they just kind of sit there and take it. But anyways, yeah, this game is weird as fuck, and I'm really into it. Well, I mean, first there's the boss with the not one, but 2 Bagger 288s for arms. And then there's the wombo combo of the Juggalo tank, immediately followed by the creepy robot android corpse diva that you see Pedro fighting right now. Yeah, and then there's the awesome urban decay aesthetic that's really pretty looking, and the areas that you run around are really nice, and they look like an abandoned... It looks like that Discovery series After Humans, which I kind of liked. So yeah, it's pretty fun. The gameplay is good. It's the Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Metal Gear, Revengeance, air juggly, flashy fighting, and it's really fun. I enjoy it quite a bit. Story wise, yeah, I know that there's some twists and turns. I haven't gotten to them just yet, but right now it's like, are we the baddies? Yeah, we're the baddies. So I figured with my playthrough, I'll just go into it and murder all the Ewok. There's like a freaking robot Ewok village. It's kind of messed up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, robots don't feel fear, they say, as we mow down the civilians who are like begging and screaming for their lives.
Fun fact, that village, if you just, maybe, I don't know, the first time you played it, maybe, I'm just saying, if you slaughter all the robots, you lose the game.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't kill all the robots, so I think I'm safe. But yeah, there you go. Secrets yet to be revealed. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Normally I find these games really monotonous because the stages make you play the same thing over and over again. I like the open world nature of it. It's kind of Zelda-y, gives you the opportunity that if you're getting sick of one thing, you can go to the next thing. So yeah, 3 cheers.
Yep. And, Platinum games between Nier and Bayonetta, the ones we've thrown chairs at, I much prefer Nier. And it's got a bit of the Squeenix influence. Definitely, you can see the Final Fantasy elements. There's a lot of like number crunching and a lot of optimization to be doing about the chips that you have equipped. But the over-the-top choreography, the penis-shaped robots, the sexy protagonist androids in maid or schoolboy outfits, as you see right there, are very much on brand for Platinum. Nier is Bayonetta with more of an open world and those Final Fantasy-like elements I mentioned. But you have the highly choreographed combat to actually tie, like, everything together. And it's unfortunate that the performance is a bit jank in places, because I very much enjoy everything else about this game.
You gotta admit, though, it's on par with Windows. I mean, even, like, considering you're in the middle of this Jesus convention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, and if you have an AMD graphics card, chances are the game's gonna run better on Proton than on Windows, so, yeah. The combat itself, it feels awesome. Even with a boss with as much HP as this one you're currently looking at, it does genuinely feel awesome. And all the weapons have different interactions and and they have different moves. If you combo them together, Like you can find each and every you can actually try each and every weapon to see which one you actually like the best. For me, it happened to be the steel pipe and the spear. I hadn't discovered the steel pipe yet when I recorded this video, but yeah, the game is awesome. Enemies, there's a significant variety of enemies. At first, it's mostly the same robots that you're fighting over and over, but then they start introducing more and more, and there is a nice variety, and they all react differently to your combos and the counters that you do when
and then
they
they start
attack
breeding.
Yeah, they do. There's actually one of the
Hot robot on robot action. Not joking.
Robot on
was
robot on robot on
possibly-
robot on robot action.
It was one of the most gift bits about this particular game was that particular scene. But yeah, much like the previous Nier, you don't get to play the whole game until you've beaten it several times over. And I like games that aren't afraid of hiding content away from players. Dark Souls, Skyrim, Fallout 2, and now Nier Automata. It's a really nice game, so the performance absolutely needs improving, but I honestly did not see it as a hindrance to my enjoyment. 4 chairs.
All right, that's it. It's pretty fun. You should pick it up. I quite enjoyed it. I think we all did.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I went head into this like the first time it was on sale for like something other than like $70, and Platinum Games, we were talking about this in the pre super shows, is usually a safe bet. You know, got to say that, you know, making Bayonetta and all that fun stuff. So it was a good job on that, and I believe that Valve made the right decision of making this a whitelisted game. Then they're like, hey man, we guarantee that this is going to work with Proton. It's safe to buy.
It works about as well.
Works
under
about
Linux
as well as it does on Windows.
It's definitely achieved parity with the Windows version.
Indeed. All right. Coming up next, we got one little bit of itty bitty bit of hate mail for you, and then we're gone out of your hair forever, or at least until next week.
Yes.
Bitty. That's all, folks. You should go to vote.linuxgamecast.com. Vote some show titles that y'all have been suggesting in shit. Do it.
Coming in first with technology.
Technology, man.
Good enough for Canada. Gambling profit. Got a gun. Tsunami of fuck, baby. Moose violence. Boop. I'll give that one a boop. Robot Bing suggesting.
I mean, there was some bang suggestions from the robots. But you should play the game to see more of that.
There was a lot of banging from the robots, that's for sure.
A literal robot orgy that produced a child.
It's a healthy baby boy.
At about that point, I'm just like, okay, game, I see what you're going for now. I'm
It's
into
like,
this.
okay, that's what we're going for. All right, okay.
Neither of you have gotten to the point with it. You're like, damn it.
Yeah,
Because what you just said. Yeah.
truer than you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that GIF from Robot Chicken. The fucking robot pumping the washing machine.
Oh, come on. What is it
no
with you
reaction.
Canadians and the really bad puns?
Cogblock?
Because they're robots, get it? Yeah.
Hey, Pedro, what did the Jedi say to the cowboy?
Yeah.
May the horse be with you.
That's what
So that
cancer
re-
tastes like. Okay, all right.
So that reminds me of something from Dungeons and Dragons a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no.
There's a one of my players is doing like a summoner druid, So their whole jam is like they summon creatures and then just pump them full of infinite hit points so that like these crappy little animals will go murder people. She decides she wants to summon horses, and due to how grid combat works, the horses blocked the entire fight. So this entire fight was being obstructed by a wall of horse.
All right.
I was laughing so hard, like no. We need to get that guy on the podcast.
No! What are you doing?
It's the chairquisition.
Oh,
Free
it will be.
chairs.
I just didn't have a time to edit it. What? What? What are you gonna do, you monster? Oh, you're gonna juggle.
And not
All
an
right,
accurate
okay,
description of
fair
what
enough.
happens in Nier Automata. It would be great if his pant leg caught on fire and he just like went up in flames.
Mm-hmm.
I can hope.
Yeah, Atomic. How
All
about
right.
not posting that on the live stream, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get
Too
drink.
hot for Twitch.
Man. So I gotta watch that new Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good.
There's nothing else on Disney. I looked. I mean, unless I
Right.
want to watch Marvel movies, they have all those.
Oh, did you hear they removed, because they have all the Simpsons episodes on Disney Plus as well. They removed the Michael Jackson one.
Why?
Because of those two guys who are alleging that Michael Jackson, actually did sexually assault them back in the 90s. And it happened in about that time that episode came
Hate
out.
to break this up. We need fan theories here. The fuck's
Yeah.
on the tripod?
Looks like it's made out of cardboard.
Yes. With a thing on
Like
top.
toilet paper rolls, almost. Yeah?
Maybe.
Like a box.
The tripod's throwing me off, though, man.
Yeah. Or is it like underneath a lampshade or something? I don't know. It's tricky. Pedro.
Hang on.
Pedro.
You
Put
can't
your
hear it.
headphones on, Pedro.
No.
Put your headphones on. I'm willing you to do it.
We have new questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you have a cardboard box on the tripod?
God damn it.
That's Nori's project for school. She's doing like one of those like massive helmet things.
On a tripod?
Is she making an Iron Man
It's
suit
on a
to beat up
tripod because
children?
it needs to be off the table. So yeah.
Was that like OSHA? Or like Department of Health and Safety? What's going on? Why's it gonna be off the table, man? Why's
It's
it
gotta be
like
off the
that?
table because glue.
Why aren't you eating the glue?
Yeah, right? Real questions.
Because it's supposed to be drying.
It can be drying in your stomach.
I know it's like some like legit like art project that, yeah, it's probably like, oh, she's trying to make a dark box for, plate camera, and she's like, all we got was like cardboard glue tripod.
It's going to be like one of those massive head things. I think hers is going to be a wolf.
You're not helping your case, bro.
And
Cardboard glue tripod is like my Devo cover band.
Yeah. I was watching some Devo, man, when I got home. YouTube's like, here's a Devo video. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to watch a Devo
Yeah,
video.
Devo's great.
Family stuff. See, the secret to happy like family relations is
Don't
put about
see them.
4,500 kilometers between them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Distance.
Get an ocean involved.
Or, the English channel. And the rest of Europe.
Okay, so we have heat mail. It'll be in and out.
Yeah. And then we have I don't know. Want to do some Death Road?
We can try it. It'll be interesting to see how this box hand. Well, see, that's going to be kind of the thing, though.
I mean, I could. So
yeah, but if I get
host.
it, I'll get like a full screen.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a recording of a recording. Yeah. I gotcha. I gotcha.
See, Michael's got the right strats. Yeah, 100 clicks. That'll at least make them think about it. They won't like, surprise. Right? I don't know, Jordan. We've been over this. Do you get any surprise parents?
No, I've trained them to keep their distance. I've basically been like, yeah, if you show up uninvited, I'm just gonna call the police. Like,
And part of your family? Hard mode.
the top part or the bottom part?
I don't know. It's mystery family. Or are we talking like mob family?
Yes, all of your uncles and aunts.
I mean, I guess I technically have some family in Argentina, but we don't talk to them.
Yeah, they're living out in the jungle in some settlements.
And they find you on Facebook. That's why I don't have Facebook anymore.
I don't have any family in Brazil currently, I don't think.
I'm sure you have somebody
all-
that's like related, right?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure they all left though. Like, they've mostly settled in either Israel or Canada these days.
Right.
I do have some family in Toronto, or not Toronto, Australia. Australia is basically Toronto, right? Yeah. Right, Mr. Fox Dog? Right.
I have a cousin still living in Los Angeles. Apparently her dad moved to somewhere in
Ooh.
Canada.
We should kidnap Pedro's cousin for scale.
Is that a dare? Or
I mean, that's more of a statement that I'm broadcasting to the wider LGCLA community.
all right.
That they could do with what they want. I claim no responsibility for it.
Well, then I
Smart.
shouldn't tell you that she lives somewhere in Toluca.
I shouldn't tell you guys her full address and social insurance number and her phone number. And here's
I
a picture of
don't know
her
that.
for good measure.
I could show you a picture of her, but I'm not gonna do that.
Well, yeah, don't make it too easy.
Right.
I like how he reaches over and locks
Reverse
his phone.
image search is the thing.
All right. Let's get a bow on it.
Sweet.
The wind is blowing outside, so you can like the random like. Oh.
The summer wind came blowing in.
And I'm just waiting for like the house to just cave in and fall down. Like I knew it. I knew this was going to happen one day.
You just hear an explosion from the dryer. Like, that finally happened.
Totes, still in there.
On the dryer or in the dryer?
Yes. It might be on top.
let's shake it around some more.
I might have had to dry something while it was sitting on top of the dryer.
Well, if the screen goes dark, you know what's happened.
Little column A, little column fire.
We'll call him exploded battery.
Steven, it's 2019. We can't party like it's 1973 on that
You can't
Tuesday.
even party like it's 1985.
In 3, 2.
And that about wraps up what could technically be called a Linux gaming podcast. I guess there were mentions of Linux and gaming at some point in between that. But hey, if you'd like to let us know exactly what kind of mentions you'd like to see discussed on Linux Gamecast Weekly, you can go to linuxgamecast.com, hit the contact button, fill out the form. Just make sure you're sending your bit of hate mail over to LGC Weekly. If you're a game developer and for some reason, after what you've just watched, you'd like us to have a look at your game, make sure you include 3 keys. You really don't want to know what happens if you don't. Look, no.
These
fuckos.
Hang on, we're not done.
It's a royale with these.
These cuckoo mention cheese.
These cuckoo.
At least they did. You know what? I'm gonna hit the eject button. Pedro, tell them what else they need to do to get in touch with us.
That's pretty much it. Just shut your mouth.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're a Patreon, of course, you can leave us a comment on Patreon. You get first dibs on that. That's one of the props of giving us money, basically. You can leave us a comment on YouTube because we check sometimes.
We do. Totally. All the time. Check it right now.
But yeah, Dolus actually has a bit of a hate mail for us and is like, I know why people want cloud gaming to be a thing, but it's not worth the control you lose as a consumer, both individually and as a collective. Hey? And you're going to have to find a solution
Only communists
to flat
will buy
out break
Stadia.
some laws of physics to get around the inherent technical problems like input delay. I don't care how good your AI is, GLaDOS, and Skynet combined don't have enough faux precognition to fix that.
That's what you think. ...
Hey?
So
Dolus was never heard of again.
Yeah.
GLaDOS,
Random
nom.
drone strike took him out. Yeah, like the cons of cloud gaming have been talked to death, right? We all know about them. The media knows about them. The average consumer doesn't care, so they're not. We can scream about it all we want, and they're not going to change their mind.
Well, it's gonna be like, can I play Bejeweled on it?
Yeah. Mean, I've heard some pros for people who are like on the go a lot. And they can't like haul a gaming PC or a console around. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's the whole anti-consumer bent, which doesn't sit right with me. There's the whole the controller listens to everything you say, so don't have any heated gamer moments, or YouTube's gonna have a lot more blackmail material on you than they already do.
Yeah. But yeah, it's also the fact that a lot of people in most so-called developed countries still have data caps, and even if you're just playing at 1080p, you're still getting about like 700 megabytes per hour. That's a lot. That's actually a lot.
Here's a couple things I'm looking at, man. At the end of the day, when I'm thinking about Stadia, man, one of the first things I'm thinking, anti-consumer, I don't know if I go that far. I'm not that big a hippie, but I'm going to say it like this, because you don't own anything. Stadia goes poof, and it will. I mean, what did Google nuke from orbit this week? Cloudprint, that thing that's been around for a decade, that products have been made. Printers, you buy them. You're like, does it support Cloudprint? It better. Yeah, it does. Yay. Womp womp. Think about it like this. Now, if you just paid a subscription, you're like, hey, man, I'll give you $20 a month. This is something I said, Valve, do this. Then I could just play what I want. You know what? Then I could put it in the same mind palace that I have in Netflix, that I have Amazon Prime Video, my new Disney Plus. Because I can play what I want, man. But it gets real squirrely and real, like, I'm not dancing with this, no tango. When I have to buy the game at full retail price, then I have to pay on top of that to use your service to play the game, and I never get a copy that I can play locally. Get fucked. 100%.
I mean,
supposedly the free version is coming in 2020.
Well,
I mean, I brought it up before. The total cost of ownership is about the same for a gaming PC over like 3 years, but you know,
then Stadia has to be around for 3 years,
right? And again, which again goes back to the whole anti-consumer thing, where they don't want you to own things, they want you to just consume the constant content stream like a mayonnaise hose. That's the show title. I'm
not even curious about it. Then they did the launch, was an absolute shit show. You know, they weren't even sending out the codes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who actually paid for it. And it's like, where's my code, Google?
I saw the what's his name from Gamer Nexus. He was like, "I will give people money for a code," and you know that.
Eventually, he got it, and then he used his blowtorch and liquid nitrogen to burn it away.
Okay, well, I mean, at least he found a use for it. And,
I mean, some people just really hate money, right?
Amen.
So,
Womp womp. Ladies and gentlemen, I do declare. Can we declare things? Is that legal?
We can declare whatever we want.
what you can declare a variable.
On that declared bombshell, then. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at Vin Stone on the Twitters. That's kind of our official Twitter account because, again, we expected 4 people to ever watch this. At Vin at mass.linuxgamecast.com, or just scream at me on the internet, man. I'll usually click a heart button and run away, terrified, shaking violently.
I'm Jordan Swung, everyone's favorite temporary iterator variable that you can declare at the start of every for loop. You can iterate through my garbage at Frojo, at mass.linuxgamecast.com, or at The Burning Fool on Twitter.
And I am basically the definition of a wild do. So if you... I don't know where I was going with that. If
I was thinking you were going to do like that general rhymey thing. I don't know.
If you want more of whatever the hell that was, you could go to
the very definition
of
a something that, you know that one.
I am the very
yes, and yeah, just follow me there because that's basically the only social media I pay attention to anymore. I even shut down my Facebook account finally. Took me a while.
Yay! Someone register Pedro Mateus and just start posting horrible shit on Facebook.
Dynafire, beautiful people.
Do it.
Let's see your name in lights. Maybe, if I can find the button. Ta-da!
Speaking of the Mandalorian... Needs more butterflies. I'm an Emacs user. I beat on them.
So, what about the margarine flies?
Do flies eat margarines? I've never met a margarine, so I assume they've all been ingested by flies.
I don't know, maybe we should ask Marth Aaron or Mr. Foxdog or Empty or the Atomic Acid, Mike G, Bob Raptor, Hapler, or Matt Geek or Scott. Because they might know because they give us a lot of money.
How dare
What about
you?
the rest of these guys?
Yeah, they do.
Leno, Colin, Ryan, Scott,
Renault, Joe Angel,
more
Steve, Michael,
Brad S.
Tepicol,
Noob.
Mark, Michael N,
Serving von
W, Mike W.
Staben. Ollie.
Also, a special
Ruben.
mention to Brian M for that Brian M memorial microphone that I'm currently speaking into.
Special thanks
Shut
to
up.
Mike G for continuing to just buy everything we all own.
Yeah, pretty
Dance, Frank. Dance for your money.
Shake them hips. Those
Ah.
hips don't lie.
Hover
yes, they
hips.
do.
Hover hips.
Frank's
Trying to
hips are
imagine
going to get
Frank
indicted
with
for
Shakira
perjury.
hips.
Perjury hips.
My hips do lie under oath.
I'm gonna walk straight up to somebody and says like, man, those are perjury hips if I've ever seen them. Then they're probably gonna hit me. It's gonna be awesome.
Bye.
We made it. Holy fuck,
Yay.
Scott. Please tell me you copy pasted that somewhere.
No, he likes really hitting Shift Enter.
It was
in
one
Discord.
funny issue with Ryan.
So funny, Mark.
But she'll
Oh yeah, we know for a fact that Nvidia likes Ryan. That's why he made up some excuses about them for the whole
on
970
live.
thing.
Wait, on live wasn't Nvidia, was
On
it?
Live was years ago, but I don't.
No,
Somebody
the
bought them.
Nvidia logo when you start the game, it's like meant the way it's meant to be played.
I mean,
Go on.
Nvidia did come out a couple months ago with like, oh yeah, we have cloud gaming too. You can rent a gaming PC.
Microsoft is probably going to be the one that wins out, simply because it's going to be easier to develop for.
Visual Studio will do it.
Pretty
for you.
much. I mean, we're just being real about it.
On the bright side, though, that click export button at least builds in a Linux container, so maybe the permissions in the tar gz file will be correct.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of hard to outdick NVIDIA.
Oracle laughs knowingly.
See, now that's not even. They're not even the same species, man. That's not fair.
It doesn't have to be fair. That's why they're dicks.
Nah, man. That's conspiracy hips.
Hips don't lie about the government's involvement. Nope.
Nope. You get out of here with those tinfoil hips.
My hips are certain that Epstein did kill himself.
Epstein's hips don't lie.
I mean, they do now, 6 feet under.
Couldn't tell you the cameras were out. Oh! It's not our fault. Your children should be in bed.
Nope. Hit the eject button. Nope.
You have to be very careful about what
Go
you
do
say
a lap
about that.
around your kitchen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
You can't really go run to one end and back. Just try not to bump into the walls. Be careful. Today's glass metal. Do you just get bored and render stuff?
Apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually did the render of the last blend file that Foxy shared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes about 50 minutes on the 3700X.
When I see all 24 threads go to 11, I see like 280 watts.
It's like 140 something for the 3700X.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a 1,000-watt power supply because I wanted one.
Yeah, no, the 750-watt power supply, best freaking purchase I ever made.
When's the embargo on Threadripper 3? I need to look that up.
December? Sometime, I think.
I think it's sooner than that, sweetheart.
I mean, we're on the 24th.
20,
So,
yes.
yeah.
I think it's next week.
I mean, if it's before, like, next Sunday, then it will be November.
Looks like most violence is going to be tied with good enough for Canada. Perjury hips. Like a dream.
I mean, if you're Canadian and you have a sister, then a moose needs to bite her at some point. That's just the law of the universe. They're clearly not.
Embargo lift dates. November 5, sales, November 19th?
That
Yeah.
was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And no one's been posting anything, so I'm guessing that changed.
Yeah, I don't think that fanfic was accurate.
Embargo lifts.
November 19th? See, no, not bad that. Other than like, hey, it exists.
Yeah, no one posted anything about that.
I
Everyone was too busy saying, yeah, AMD said that the 3950X numbers were a bit limited, so they didn't send us one. So we just bought one.
Yeah, right. Life hack. No, you don't. I actively avoided the Mies yesterday. I was like, I'm not going to mess with those.
Yeah, you were saying that they would kick your ass, but as it turns out, if you have the steel pipe upgraded to level 3, which is very easy to do because it requires like no materials whatsoever, They die pretty quickly.
I'm surprised those moose don't have mana bars, man.
I found the boars actually take a bit longer to kill.
See, the boars will just straight up come attack you out of nowhere. You can just be minding your own damn business. And like, bam!
You're just running around. It's like, surprise, boar. All right, okay, we're doing this.
And that's real helpful because you're like, I don't need to heal. I'm out in the middle of a forest. Bip, dead. True story.
Yeah, I'll just find like a random corpse and get healed automatically like that. No, no, no. Yeah, I found the spear. When you're going to not Disneyland, if you keep going under the collapsed tunnel, and then go up that ladder, it's like, oh, there's the spear. And if you fish in the sewer, that's where you get the steel pipe.
See, I get to relive the game through Pedro because he's going to find all this bullshit that I've never paid attention to. Like, I didn't know either of those things.
Yeah, no, the spear is pretty good. It deals way more damage than any of the weapons that the dude has on sale. And
you got to do a live stream where you only use the
weapons.
spear and you just like go Leonidas and start screaming Sparta.
Yes, Sparta!
Right? I'd be down with that.
Yeah, no, the combo between because the steel pipe is pretty fast, and the spear, you can use it to like stick it on the ground and do the lunge around while the steel pipe is just spinning. And yeah, it's like, oh, that basically deals damage all around you. And the steel pipe, it deals, the minimum damage is like 80, but the maximum damage is like 800.
This is the difference between Pedro knows the stats. I just hit shit until it dies.
Yes. Because that bit of like min-maxing and the numbers, they tickle that side of my brain.
Can't hear you. Busy smacking it. If it wants to quit getting hit, it'll fall over.
Which is why I have max HP plus 3 and increased melee damage plus 3 as well as all of the like system chips, including the fishing spot one and the soundbar one. This is like, oh, these are the most effective ones. All right. Oh, I still have some room left. Okay, let's put all the other crap chips there. There we go.
The show was 1 hour and 21 minutes and some change long. So, no, not the quickest show ever. That is 13 minutes longer than last week.
We had about the same number of stories, too, so I guess we went a bit long on the review. No, it couldn't have been another review. I recorded 30 minutes and we got about, what, 15 minutes into the footage? Because it was just right when I killed the boss. So... Right.
13.
Okay, yeah.
I love it. Empty's still upset that like we stick to the timer clock. I mean, it hasn't quite been a full year since we've been doing it, but...
Skycast, thank you very much.
The one chair. Hey man, it's your fault. I hold on to things like that.
You did that, MD. You did that.
I kept that in a folder with no idea that, like, oh, wait a minute. We need more. We can do, like, different ones.
like I said, my face is totally okay for you guys to use.
I was going to finish that differently. Yes, those are also words.
It's totally okay if you fantasize about my face too. My ego is absolutely alright with that.
I know, right? What's a follow wall?
That bit right there.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty rough. That that's a solid 8.2% of the total screen. We sold out, Pedro.
Just because I know what the terms mean.
You're doing better than me, and I set them up. You read it. I just randomly copy and pasted stuff.
I mean, it makes sense if you're watching someone live.
We get to do this, though.
You want to know.
We started on Justin TV. We didn't start on Twitch. We predate Twitch. Who remembers?
Yeah, Twitch.
Remember, Justin?
Twitch rolled around, what was it, 2012?
I don't know. I love you guys so much, I try to black out as much as possible. And to make our interactions more special. Cloud service? Yeah, right. Yeah, we used to stream on Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, 2011. June 6, 2011.
I know it irritated us because when Twitch first started, they were like, play video game only.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we went to YouTube. Like, okay, fine.
I remember UN Strider went very long on a stream because I went to sleep, woke up, you guys were still doing it, and yeah, Twitch wasn't terribly happy with that.
No. Like, you're not playing enough video game. But it's like, dude, come on. It was the after show. It was even dodgy doing the show, though, because they weren't like,
yeah,
there wasn't a category for it. It was 100% like, you can kind of skate by as long as you're talking about video games, but then you're open to the whoever at Twitch happens to watch and whether or not they give you like the little boop.
Yeah. And it was, I think it was like Total Biscuit and the Co-optional podcast that basically went to Twitch as like, yo, create a category. Just fucking do it. Yeah, it was a 24-hour ban or something like that.
Yep. That's way back in the... We've been doing this for 7 years, man, so yeah. It's been a minute.
Teeny tiny little while.
Oh yeah. You gotta put a finer point on that pencil there.
That happened more than once, that's the thing.
Yeah, what happened, Empty? You just come on the show and pass out. Leave the camera on. Then Jordan had to like send you a text message. He's like, don't do anything. Get up and cut the camera off. No free shows? Exactly. Let me see. Where is old Steve Marino?
I do have Death Road to Canada installed.
Quite frankly, I'm a little less scared to try it.
No, man, I'm read out. I read all in the toilet and some a little bit on the edges of the toilet, so I gotta get in there with a mop later. I'm not a read. There's a little bit in my pants too, because I'm not very accurate.
I guess the upscaling on that font isn't, doing terribly good.
Not so hot. Not so hot, Kyle.
No.
No.
I mean, I could adjust it to like bilinear, but you know what? We're not going to. Yeah, we'll try the multiplayer. It'll probably just eat poo and everything will crash, but hey, man. Let me get a refill.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
The Skycast. Our Discord is kind of like, a bonus for our Patreons. You can use Twitch chat. That's fine. That gets routed to our, yeah, there you go.
Ha. Also, we got IRC too.
And it's, LGC-weekly.
The magic of multiple relay servers.
Go figure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not too hard a concept to grasp. It took a while for them to grok it though. IRC is arcane technonomology these days.
And Cape Technologies now owns Freenode. Technically.
What technologies?
Cape Technologies, because they bought London Media Group, which own private internet access.
Wow. This is not Cape Tech, the correct Cape Tech. This is for dioxin-related compounds. This website looks like it was made in like Dreamweaver.
Oh,
so...
it's Cape with a K.
No. You gotta check out the real shit. This is what's going on. High performance immunotechnology.
My God, was that website made in 1992?
Like I said, it looks like someone made it in Dreamweaver. Yeah,
that's very yellow and orange.
I think it's more of an orange and cream. It's like a creamsicle. It's like an immunotechnology creamsicle. That's what you can.
It's one of those mango popsicles. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. It's a website. They'll like most websites. It's trying to sell you something, just like this website.
It'll do its job. Just yeah.
By the way, have you checked out store.linuxgamecast.com? It has lots of cool merch that you can purchase.
That is a fact. Yes.
That is a fact on the internet.
Hoodies,
like
t-shirts,
like many verifiable
mugs.
facts on the internet. It is true according to Google.
You can probably find just about anything, if we're being honest.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter if you're right or not. You can just find shit that agrees with you.
Yep. If you are on the internet and you have an opinion, chances are, no matter how wrong you are, someone else is going to share that opinion.
It's really easy to publish papers. Like if you got like $20, you can just get a paper published.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's that? You want to publish a paper with us instead of going on the internet? All right.
I mean, you don't typically publish. I guess you could just publish your research openly on the internet. That's a thing you can do. Lots of people should do that. I mean, that's kind of the point of open source, right? Like, here's all the
yes.
all my shit. I remember reading blog posts from Mike Hoy about like how sciences in like the university and academic level should really take note of this, because it's really hard to like get other people's research if you're trying to do something and you're like, man, I need to know about this. Maybe someone's already written a paper on this. It's kind of hard to get access to that information, and by opening that up, it would make science a lot easier to do because everyone would have access to research.
Yeah, and people wouldn't be wasting their times on stuff that's already been done.
Not even that. Just like, hey, we found out that such and such does this. Oh, that's useful for my thing that uses such and such, right?
Yeah. See you later, Skycast.
We're gonna light up the after shows then.
Research problems, right? This is what you came here to talk about. How academia sucks.
It is now.
Update our Twitch, the stream title or whatever.
What?
Academia sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so who's it gonna be? I guess it's gonna be Pedro who's going to be trying to get into Canada, because I'm already here, right? Like, you two have to get to me. It's the road to Canada.
Yeah, it's a death road.
Yeah, to Canada.
Yes.
Is the death road to kill Jordan in Canada?
Yep.
I mean, once they're in Canada, they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? Like,
Yeah, like kill Jordan. Hey!
if they can make it to Canada, yes, they can kill me.
On a related note, how far from the border are you?
You could drive there in a day, but it would take like the entire day.
So about 2,400 k's or something like that.
I don't know how long distance wise is like a 23-hour drive.
Right. Okay.
Depends on the speed you're doing. But
Right,
What
but that's gonna be variable, right? Because like you're going over highways, you're going through like fucking towns and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I was assuming it's like 100 k's an hour all the way. So.
I mean, you could try driving that way, but I doubt you'd get very far.
100k an hour, so 60 miles an hour ish, give or take.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, just through like residential and school areas. Yeah.
Well, if you stick to the freeways, you'll probably get there.
Canada only has the one.
Then again, that's 110 k's an hour. But
Wow.
well, freeways and motorways are 110 k's an hour. Nice.
So yeah, this thing fucks around with your firewall. So you need to make sure that you don't have like IP tables running or I don't know.
I have Steam
Shouldn't
on
it just work
streaming
through Steam itself?
forwarded
Yeah.
through Firewall D.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just gonna see if it connects. Pedro, are you in the game?
Yeah, but I don't need to be in the game.
All right.
He just joins your game.
Are you online?
Yes.
Then you should just be able to right click on it and
I know
go.
how it works.
But Pedro needs to do it. I'm telling him how to do it. Not everything,
Well, if
not
it's
everything's
a,
about you, sweetheart.
If it's a remote play, Ven needs to do it.
I just did.
I didn't get an invite.
Not my problem.
No, no, here we go. All right.
Let's give view friends.
Invite set.
Willie. Pedro, you may just need
There
to
it
restart
is.
Steam.
Okay. Okay, that's the full screen wheel of. Oh, hello. That's different.
Booga booga.
Yeah.
Oh, that's loud.
Hey, what's that? And he's done it. Okay. So it looks like he's joined.
That's very, very loud. Hold on, give me a sec.
Application Finder. What the fuck?
Full controller config from Ven. So it looks like
PlayStation 4
Pedro,
controller? How? Go to
Yes.
hell again.
There it goes again. so it's reading Pedro's PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
You may, what do you call it? Sandy had to was
Hey,
it
there he is.
on his
Hello.
playthrough, so
I can see a P2 now.
P2. All right,
I did. Where'd he go?
there he is.
Ah, there he is. Aha.
So who's
So who's
I
going to
guess
be Lysandra and who's going to be Willie?
Willie? No one
Willie!
survived. Not even Willie.
Pedro, are you still with us, buddy?
I am, but I can't see
What?
anything.
Okay.
What do you mean you can't
little
see
feedback.
anything?
I mean, he's moving around.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Moving.
I'm just following. Apparently, it's like the thing. Hold on.
You have to hit,
Send
like,
me another
start or
invite?
something.
Nope.
What do you mean? You're there, aren't you?
No, I can't
See
see
ya.
anything.
That doesn't help.
Well, stop
Yeah,
drinking
Just send
so
me
much,
another
damn
invite,
it.
please.
Mute that.
Too much.
I saw you. You were in there. That was P2. Right.
Yeah, Pedro, you might need to was that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've invited you to the lobby again. Remote play with me, Pedro.
There we go.
Play with me.
Death Road to Canada. That's not stupid loud. Okay. I am moving the cursor, so I
Alright.
can see things now. That's good.
Thumbs up on your character then.
I am Willie.
All right.
Willie.
Are you in?
Yeah?
Okay.
You have to say, like, you're in a 90s hacker movie. I'm in.
Did I not?
Wrench.
Do anyone know how to play this?
There we go. Okay. Okay, I am Willie.
Go on. Fuck this chair. Fuck this chair.
You gotta hit zombies with the chairs.
You're not bossing me, dog.
Alright. I'm not your mom. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Choose your pals wisely.
Busy. Willie greets Ching.
Ask Ching to join or leave Ching behind.
Let's ask Ching to join.
Okay.
We have accepted Ching.
He's one of you.
Onward to
Okay.
Canada.
Onward!
Fuck the stove up.
A?
What?
A to interact.
Nope. A to fuck up.
So if we have 3 people on the team now, can we invite someone else?
Man, see, this is your problem.
I think you can.
You're gonna end up getting us killed.
Ah,
Why are you not down
saying.
here where I'm leaving?
Okay.
Oop.
Okay.
Try to pace yourself.
I'm trying to win, man.
Always be looting. Alright.
Yeah.
I got 7
ABL.
bullets.
I got 4 shells.
Jingle bell shotgun
And-
shells.
6 shells.
Come on,
Well,
zombie.
the dual shock is working.
Alright, that's good.
Oh, that's
Wasn't having a good time with the Megabyte Punch.
Apparently my
Oop.
character needs to have a bit of a breather.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
What's this Ching guy going to be doing? He's not
Getting
doing
ate.
much.
You just gotta run through. Like, you can
Yeah, I
you
think
can
it is
outrun
fun.
these chumps.
Oh, I could, but it's more fun to boop them.
Alright.
Okay, fair enough.
Chumps and chumpettes.
They're Canadian zombies, man.
Aren't
They're
they
really
like,
nice and they apologize a lot.
Yep.
Aren't they Michigan zombies? Because you're not in Canada yet. Still
Oh,
in
gee.
zombie-infested
Every zombie.
America.
Nope. They jumped the border. The border zombies.
The border from Mexico.
Nope. Canada.
Yeah, the Mexico-Canada border.
No, man. That's in Brazil. Ooh. We got different weapons.
Okay.
Ah. Ta-da. That took it a minute.
A little bit.
You found the
You
ladder.
found a letter out of here.
We will.
And
We
the
will sell
story
it,
for Willie.
and we're good.
Okay.
We did it, Twitch tube.
All right.
It works.
Yay!
Yay.
We're not doing custom characters.
Aww.
Oh wait, you could get a third, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could.
Do it.
Everett.
What do we do?
Who names their kid Everett?
Hit the road.
All right.
Don't you come back? No mo. No mo. No mo. No mo.
To start the journey, the group decides to grab some supplies from a nearby location. Can we survive?
Hotel, factory, or rest
Factory.
stop. Factory it is.
You can select the next one. We take turns.
Okay.
That's technically your turn.
Uh-huh.
Wait. What's
Hold
going
on.
on?
You're different dudes
You gotta
now.
pick your stuff, your equipment.
I don't have anything.
Well, off you
Then
go.
go.
I don't- Equip?
Okay, Olaf has got it. Everett can have it as well. Don't leave the thing.
You're talking to me, dude. What are you talking about? Who am I?
You ever.
There.
I don't know. Pedro's completed without communicating what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
No, I just wanted to make sure everyone had a torch.
All right.
Again.
Now what?
I'm gonna fuck him up with my flashlight. Wait,
Yeah.
there we go. That doesn't
Okay.
make
Piece
sense.
of wood. One day
do
they'll
have a
invent
gun.
board
I
with
did
a
see
nail
that.
so big it will destroy them all.
This factory kicks ass. Aw. Fuck him up. with my
You gotta
flashlight.
Gordon
Okay.
Freeman it with a flashlight or a crowbar or something.
I'm gonna have to, bro.
Yeah.
Danger zombies.
If you have Valve Index, then you can Alex Fancier with no problem.
Pedro equipped me with a fucking flashlight, man. Yep.
Come on. Okay.
Alright.
Very good.
Stab that zombie. Stab that zombie.
Ooh.
Golf clubs.
Oh. Golf clubs.
4.
4.
Well, there are 3 of them.
And grenade.
And a grenade.
And some bullets.
I am not responsible enough to have this grenade. Let's just go ahead and
Well, you have the grenade. And a flashlight.
and a zombie. Alright. I don't need a flashlight. I have a grenade.
You dropped the flashlight.
It'll make a big flash and then nothing.
Oh, things will flash.
It's Doom 3. I'm hitting zombies with a flashlight.
Yep. Just hold your breath really, really long, Pedro. Don't breathe.
This room sucks.
Piece of wood.
It gave me wood.
Got it. Oh, there's some creepy dudes.
You can stay down.
Face the other way. Thank you.
Ah! Oop.
I can never remember. Does this game have a health bar?
Oh, wolf.
No.
wolf.
Snap.
So,
well, there
we'll
goes
find
my
out.
golf club.
So Ross Scott did a video on it. Apparently this game is ridiculous because even with cheats on, the later levels are basically impossible.
Yeah, I've seen someone finish this without even trying. They just magically finished it somehow.
Hey, I got petrol out of the...
Weird bullshit like.
Okay.
Toilet, yeah.
These don't have anything.
Someone pees gasoline.
Yep. Oh.
I'll take the bit of wood. Might as well.
So what if you pissed gasoline but you owned a Tesla?
I would sell it to purchase free electricity.
Yep. Moneymaker.
Sir, please pee in my generator. Fine.
Jeez, game.
Well, you do have a gun.
Yep.
With barely any bullets.
Got that too.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's some good placement.
Oh, okay, yeah, just sort of grenade, just yep. Good one. Probably a waste.
Oh, they got. No, that's just the back of his head is green. I thought he was like an army man with a helmet.
Why do they keep coming?
Because
Go
the
exit.
It's not called the entrance. Fuck this.
It is now, apparently.
Zombies can't read.
Oh well. All I have is a gun.
It's a problem with the education system, man. Our undead can't read. What's up with that?
Telling you, man.
Kids in school these days, zombies and can't read.
Whoa.
Okay.
One bullet left. Are you gonna do yourself in?
Yep. Damn it.
And Ven's out of ammo. Run away.
You can pistol
Pistol
whip.
whips.
Pistol whip.
Now what?
You're done.
I guess there's nothing here.
We've murdered everything.
Yep.
Yeah, leave. You got a bunch of supplies? Get the fuck out.
Easier done than said.
Well, then, I don't know, suck less. What do you want from me?
This is not a win-win situation.
No.
I'm just pissing it off.
I think my dude's a bit tired.
Can we un...
I think you can just bail.
Yes. Hey.
Okay, cool. We got 10
You found
ammo.
10 bullets, but you used them.
On a nearby highway is a bunch of abandoned cars. They're broken, but
You
should
go.
have been a little bit of
You go,
gas.
you-
Who's
I don't have
sucking
anything.
gas?
Apparently,
man.
I go.
So, Ven, have you ever siphoned gas?
Oh, fuck yes.
My morale
Yeah,
decreases, and we lost some food.
I haven't lived quite this sheltered life.
have you accidentally swallowed some gas?
Oh, I have.
Police station or
Anybody
the
who's
bar.
ever siphoned gas has accidentally swallowed some gas.
Yeah, yeah. So what we're gonna do? Police station or bar?
I don't know, I'm irritated.
Well, there's probably ammo at the police station, but there are probably a lot of dudes at the police station, too.
Yeah.
Boop.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
Oh, is this the... Oh, this is where you actually drive in and you gotta escape via the car. Right. Okay.
Apparently, that's
Hey.
going back to the road without.
Yeah, you gotta go north.
Alright.
What more?
Find the police station and get all the goodies inside.
One thing I'm noticing of the remote play is that there's a lot of artifacting on screen.
Yep.
Because it is literally... Because Ven's actually
Steam streaming.
it to you.
Yeah.
And you're just controlling his stream. That's it.
He likes
I mean, like, it's ingenious the way they pulled it off with, like, but, like, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, this
police station
how,
sucks.
how you do it. Look at all those Macintoshes.
Nothing but a flag.
Yeah, that's cool, Matt.
False flag.
Maybe early PCs.
There's a lot of zombies in here.
Well, someone's getting their ass hit.
Oh, yeah, they're all.
I think Ven is a bit dead.
Think.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got to find a new recruitable. And then Ven can take over. Oh look, brass knuckles. And what are
And
they?
is this mayo? No,
it's health
it's just
mayo.
painkillers.
Yeah, healthy
Same
mayo.
difference.
You spread it on your sandwich. Have a good time.
What kind of weirdo are you? Who would spray mayo on a sandwich?
Me,
How do you even
the
spray
guy
mayo?
who spreads mayo on a sandwich with a knife.
With a knife.
Have the wizards
Ooh.
unlocked mayo in its aerosol form?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Actually.
you know someone's tried at least.
I'm sure that exists. Or like Miracle Whip. Oh look, a gun.
Yeah, it's Ven's
Yeah,
gun,
look
but
for-
there's no
that's
ammo.
it.
Yep.
Oh.
You didn't put in the right game genie code.
Flashlight, there we go. Drop that.
If you make it back to the car, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Why don't you give old
Crashy,
Dolly
watch
there a
your
hug?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Rasta zombie man. Hipster zombies with their stupid
Bill.
beards. Hey, made it.
Start the car.
Honk! Honk!
Honk.
Give her.
Honk!
See, Pedro, you got me killed.
Yeah, I got you killed.
You did, man. I didn't stand a chance.
That was good, Pedro.
Okay.
It's just smooth sailing from now on.
Look at you, evil ass. You're happy that I'm dead.
Yeah.
Tinker all night.
Yeah, get some morning.
Serves you right.
Not enough medical
Lacks enough
supplies.
medical supplies. Nice.
A bee.
A
You
bee
de- you-
flies
you
into the
deserve a
car.
bee.
Even with the window open, it doesn't leave. It keeps flying into Olaf's face. Swats the bee.
Oh, you took some damage too. Ah! Why are these zombies running fast like in the
Gamecast.
movies?
Bees.
Visit trader camp or ignore the traders.
Go to the trader so you can pick up a follower for Ven.
Yeah.
You can do.
Yeah, do you wanna
power
come with
cleans,
me?
I guess.
Offers one medical item for each item of food. No thanks.
Power clean.
You want guns? We got guns.
Shotgun shells.
Hamburger
No
guns.
thanks.
Made out of ice cream. Don't ask.
Welcome to the fence of values.
Jesus, really?
No.
It's an old fit man wearing sweatpants. I mean, a little close to home.
Weapons. Yeah. Apparently we can't get an extra follower with this one.
Nah, not one in this one. Alright, move on.
Yeah.
Unless you want to trade something.
Or do some power cleans.
Not
with that old
really.
guy.
Listen to it purr.
Get out of
V
here.
for
Sounds like a
Vendetta.
frog fart.
Ooh. Ha!
What is this, 2004?
I don't have much in the way of
15
health,
years
to be honest.
ago?
So,
Finds a new person.
God damn it.
Cell. Ask Cell to join. Okay.
9 hours
Alright.
later, credits.
Oh man, check out that
Ven,
stash.
your Cell.
Oh man, I want to be Sal. That guy looks amazing.
How do I get...
Oh, oh, now that's a cash. Ooh.
Right? Look at that thing.
Oh, I
It's
got a
magnificent.
Cell's got some
How-
hammers. Yes.
Wait,
He wants to be
wheel.
your sledgehammer.
I don't
What would
know.
you call his
Something
name?
happened.
Oh, the hammers
No,
aren't
can't
really
leave from
good.
this location.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Pedro,
this
you,
is
Have fun, Pedro.
you're like a one-hitter quitter at
It's
this
a
point.
Yeah, it's a siege. Just stay here for a bit, I think.
Oh, I'm
No.
Sal. Okay.
Yeah.
Vent wrestled control away from me.
Oh,
Nope. I literally touched fuck and all.
Yeah, this one's a bit wonky on this game, on the controllers. Honestly.
Yeah, you gotta.
This is the siege.
It's not gonna be that
so-
exit. There's another one you gotta find.
It's all good. We got this.
Let's just run away.
I think
Nope, nothing up there.
No, I can't save these
Who
people.
doesn't have the flashlight?
Yeah, no, this is a bit
Flashlight
dark.
would be handy.
I got bullets.
Flashlight would have been handy.
Boop.
Why am I hearing Mario music?
Is that
Because
the
that's the
soundtrack?
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Did it did did it did did it did it did it did it did it did it did it. Man, it's gotta be an interesting challenge to like make a loop of music.
I
That,
found the
like,
ladder.
continues-
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
16 zombies.
Woohoo! We're back on the road.
But yeah, like those old NES loops, like they had to figure out how to make music that was like decent to listen to forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Morale and 1 health healed.
Yeah, you need health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a ZP. Tell spooky stories. Do it.
Spoopy.
Peanut
allergies.
Peanut allergies.
And he touched the
scariest thing.
doorknob without washing his hand.
No.
And everyone's morale increases, so we're good.
Well, you know, I tried to heals the car with medical supplies. Didn't work.
Well, punch the car. Punch
It's
the
broken
car.
down from use and abuse. It won't start again. Okay, I guess Ven fixes it.
I was going to punch it.
Car abandoned. All right, cool.
Hard mode.
Running.
Alright.
Sal is hurt.
For that.
They
Olaf
go
is
from
hurt.
very
Oh,
happy
great.
to just kind of happy. Oh no.
Woofing it all the way to Canada.
Current time, late night. Swarm size very thick.
Oh,
Dummy
it's so
thick.
Clapping my ass cheeks is alerting the guards.
There's gonna be a lot of death here.
Oh, yeah.
There's gonna be exactly 2 death here. That's not a lot, but
Oh, yeah, true. Only 2.
+1 run.
super fucking run away.
Yes.
Oh.
See?
Oh, we found some.
Yeah, not
doing
fucking around and
nothing.
getting
Okay,
killed
cool.
works.
The morale decreases. Is robbed by weak bandits.
Very intimidating.
So angry.
We have
Oh,
no food and
okay.
despair.
That'll teach you. Hope you've learned your lesson.
You got lots of gas though.
Try to reach car.
Fuck cars.
Yeah, that's all we got.
You just gotta find yourself a car.
Yep.
Or else you're gonna be running. You'll never make it to Canada on foot. Eh? Ah.
That's not a car that we can drive.
This is some Super Mario ass music.
There it is.
Yeah.
There.
Start the car.
Honk! Honk the horn!
For it.
Floor it.
Honk! Beep beep.
Yes.
Hey, we found a car.
Decides to make a stop for supplies. I don't know. Let's drive around.
Yeah, I guess.
That 830 gas.
Minus 30.
10 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 2.
Sal's morale decreases. Says someone in the group isn't pulling their weight and demands that they be kicked out. Who should
Yeah,
leave?
Sal. That fit.
Fuck
He's
off.
got enough mustache for.
Ven just kicked himself out of the group.
Run the deer over.
Dance monkey.
He's so mad. Yeah, say that to yourself when you
whips
fail to kill a deer.
Okay, Ven's in control.
How?
Because you're player one.
Yeah, it's your game and you're the only one.
Honk.
What's that, Lassie? Okay.
Timmy fell down the well again.
Wee. Don't worry, I'll be dead
Hey,
soon.
honk, honk.
See, I wasn't touching the controller, man.
I'm not touching it.
Shoot golf
Fuck
balls
it.
at zombies? Nah.
I don't
I
need
was
sleep where I'm
tired.
going.
Off the road?
Yes.
American Guns.
American
Giant farts
Giant
monthly.
Farts Monthly, yeah. Oh, well, you learned about farts.
Yes, medical farts. Science.
Well,
Back-
no more,
back on my
no more
feet.
gas.
and falls
What?
into a deep puddle.
Well,
Alright,
Lost morale.
Puddle's gonna do that.
oh shit, it's a bear!
Fuck the bears.
Fight the bear!
Sal is hurt. The bear retreats. Sal's morale decreases.
What? You just fought off a bear successfully, man. I'd be stoked.
Gas station distance. Muscle cars like this have. Right.
Oh, you got a muscle car.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Still looks like the old car.
Take a knife and a gun to a golf club fight.
Infested stronghold. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice
the
choice, I
gun.
No gun.
He's got
No
he's got
gun.
four bullets. You're gonna Batman this?
So what am I supposed to do? Run?
You need to find a restaurant.
Fred's Fort?
Yeah. Yeah,
I think you found it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's medical supplies.
Med kit
Do I need that?
and a hammer.
Yeah. If you want to, like, regain health
And
then
ammo.
yes.
Alright.
Lots of ammo. I think that's the revolver ammo, though, not the, handgun
Well,
ammo.
that's something.
Well,
But now
rip,
you're stuck in there.
rip. Oh shit!
Oh,
juked him.
made it out.
You juked him.
Oh,
What's happening?
well done.
All right, get the fuck out of Fred's fort.
I'm working on it, Brad.
Get the fuck out of Dodge. Let's go.
Fuck off! Tiny Vin was here.
We got some food.
Got
but,
food,
yeah.
med, 18 bullets.
Yep. Lost 3 medical supplies just to heal yourself.
Hey, at least he healed himself.
Give me 10 food.
Give me 10
I'll
food.
watch over
Yeah,
you while
drive
you-
off.
Super creepy, yeah. You ate a decent meal. Fucking mustache man.
Hey, man.
That's the hero of this story.
Doomstachio.
Help fix the car.
Alright.
It's a good day farting around.
Good thing I read Farts Monthly.
But now you're so sad.
Eh.
There is a dog.
Hurt the dog.
Okay.
If there's a dog, you can.
There wasn't enough
There
food.
was enough
We ate the
food to
dog.
spare.
Oh,
No dog. I don't get to play as the dog. Oh well.
It's actually a lot of fun when you play as the dog.
Spooky graveyard.
Okay.
It's sparkling.
It's so spooky. Thick.
Swarms
Time to
that's
buy a
thick.
new watch. Nice.
Let's go. Squish. So what am I supposed to do? Just try to stay alive?
Spoopy.
Looking for the goblin, I think.
Try to find supplies.
There may be a
Open
goblin.
the tomb. Do it. Not the one the real goblin's living in.
Alright.
There's just
Alright.
there's bodies.
Open.
Open it. Zombo apocalypse.
I hope it's a goblin.
Oh
it's
shit!
death.
It's
That's Gary.
oh man.
What's up, bitches? It's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shake hands with death. Aw.
You will probably die.
Fuck it.
Do it.
I got death energy.
Sal is killed.
Oh.
So it stole all your health, but it buffed your stats.
Yep.
Oh shit! Now you get the fucking Grim Reaper scythe. Fuck yeah! Thanks, death.
Okay, this is just going from.
Okay,
I mean,
now
you can just
try
go
to find
open
the
the
goblin.
last mausoleum.
Yeah, find the goblin. Let fucking death choke him out or something. Oh, you need the
Goblin.
sledgehammer.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you.
Gotta pick up your sledge.
Boop. Yay!
There's more tombs.
Damn it.
No goblin.
Go,
Get
Thanatos,
wrecked.
go!
No.
Look at, that. Look at all those fucking corpses.
Are you a goblin?
Gary's going to work.
Nope. Where are the other tombs?
Mausoleums? I don't know.
This is a goblin-free area. I'm gonna be pissed off.
You know what? It might be.
Might be.
Damn
I
it!
mean, you opened all three,
Right?
and I think Death died.
Probably.
In
Probably.
strange eons, even death may die, so... You know.
How about I just fuck right up?
Hail Cthulhu. Praise Azathoth. Say Haster a bunch of times. It's just like Beetlejuice.
Wow, that's a lot of dead zombies.
141
Okay,
zombies
can't.
destroyed.
Let them have
Loot
it.
Oh,
Yeah, cans of food.
that thing you need to
Who needs more food? I might run into another dog. See,
Sal is going crazy, and his morale
They demand
increases.
protein powder.
pose off.
Pose off.
Fuck yeah.
String. Alright.
As it should
Cars out of
have.
gas.
Real cells walk.
He's so buff.
Oh.
Sandwiched.
Right, now you orphan it.
I got this, man. Got a green mustache. Anything's possible. Temporary
Despair
decrease in
creeps
morale.
Oh shit. Well,
What else?
you don't have a rifle, so it doesn't matter.
Who
Yeah.
needs food? Oh, great. Now I
A
gotta drive a
newer
hippie
hybrid
mobile.
car. It's a Prius.
Jesus, man.
You got a Prius.
Fuck this car. All right. What's
Are,
up?
are you going to tow something with it?
Nope.
I'm not good enough for the sword.
Give it a Brad. Okay.
Lynn
steel
joins the team.
greatsword.
All right.
All right.
Yay, I'm Lynn.
Naturally, Pedro. Naturally.
And you,
right?
and you got a
I
great
have
sword.
the big ass sword. Haha.
Fucking Grim Reaper's scythe, dude. I'm good. Sup?
Good food.
By no
You're
end.
selling
anime and
anime.
anime accessories. So like what?
Buy
Body
my
pillows and
animo.
like booby mouse pads.
Oh, there were some
want
Near
one of
Automata booby mouse pads.
We don't have any
that you
food,
own?
Brad.
Don't have food.
Well, it gives you a free silence pistol.
There we go.
Well, you got Mr. Broadsword over here, Lynn.
We're gonna die of hunger. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yalmart.
Siege alert.
Siege
there's
alert,
no
there's
escape.
no escape.
Horde size. Giggity.
Oh, come on.
You got the broadsword, man. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Cold
in
steel
that case,
greatsword?
yeah, I can only take the broadsword, so yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man.
What was
Good.
that thundery noise?
Me.
Jesus.
Can't you hear the chunder?
Wow.
From a man down under.
Hear the chunder.
Really nailed it.
You might be able to get supplies in the Yalmart, so this is just
Okay, do you want to go into the thing?
Sure.
Oh, Van
mean,
died.
it's timed,
What?
right? So
Ah, shit, he did die. Alright, Cloud, swing that big sword of yours on you.
What the?
Oh, zombies from the ceiling.
Ceiling zombies watching you masturbate.
oh, this is sword guy just talking about his sword nonstop.
More ceiling zombies.
While you were fighting zombies, I was mastering the blade.
6 pounds of sword.
The 5-pound bag.
The siege is over. You can now try to escape. Nice. Let's go.
I think you got some food.
There's
I
definitely a
did
great
get some
sword, that's
food.
for damn sure.
Where's the
Is
car?
is that a troll face emoji?
Well, there's no car.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, just
Yep,
leave it.
pretty much.
Just go.
The demonstration is over. I still don't have enough food, with no one left alive to drive the car.
Wow.
You weren't good enough for the sword, and so you don't get to go to
You
Canada.
are unworthy.
Unworthy of Canada.
I was the one doing the demo of the sword, apparently. Yep. That's gone now.
Will that work?
Yes, it did.
Technomology.
That happened.
There's some artifacting for sure, but
I like
Yeah,
how
the
this
delay
menu
is
music
manageable.
basically just. I like how this menu music is basically just ripping off Highway Star. It's like the non-copyright infringing version of it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, non-infringing copyright music.
Nobody gonna take my car. I'm gonna race.
Do the bent. Oh. Well, you know what? The game's not terrible when you're not playing it in Forever Alone mode. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that's true about most games.
not all of them.
She's a cool machine. She's got everything.
Now I've got that fucking song in my head.
Good.
Thank you.
You deserved it. Yeah, that one.
Benny Hill?
Fucking Star Wars music.
The cantina music.
It's jizz music, Pedro. It's jizz. It's a real musical genre in Star Wars, invented by George Lucas. Jizz music. Max Rebo
those
and the
horrible
Jizz
things
Wailers
you
was
can't
also
get out.
another famous jizz band that appeared in Star Wars.
Got some
Oh,
stick
there we
you
go.
can't get out.
The
Jizz.
store is now here.
The what?
I did? For what?
Rocket
The
Store.
store, because they're getting rid of the loot boxes.
Oh, right. So you can just straight up buy your way.
Yeah,
You can pay to win.
the skins.
Straight up, no, it's pay to win. Batmobile is different geometry than the other
It's in the
cars.
fucking
Not anymore.
esports shop.
They changed like all of the plank cars have the same hitbox.
I have an uncle who works at Epic, and he says,
Uncle Epic. All right.
Uncle Tim. He told me that you can only play the new Half-Life game on the Index.
All right, give me a sec. I gotta pee.
Sent you then.
I sent out invites.
It's true and unfortunate. Mr. fucking sexual harassment pineapples here.
Oh, wait. Damn it. I have that thing on.
Come
All
on,
right.
empty. Get back on my menu.
This is all for naught. I have to disable the thing for this.
The
Disable the
thing.
what?
Yep.
Do it.
I'm trying to, Brad.
Do
Give in to your
now.
hatred. Unleash your anger.
On the Steam controller, if you have like the config enabled, because I had it enabled for Nier, you can't rotate the camera in Rocket Cars.
Really?
Yup.
Ah, okay.
So
We can invite you back in, and then we can make you leader.
meh.
Well, Jordan can make you leader.
I'm in charge now.
Yes, you
Ah,
are in charge.
ha 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 ha.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
You're dead to me, Pennywise.
My ears.
Yeah, no. Do better. Oh, we can remote play Rocket League.
Oh, fuck yes.
That would be
I mean, you can. It has local co-op, right? Like, shit.
All right. Somebody sent me.
That might increase Foxy's
Oh,
latency
just do-
issues.
Yeah.
We can all play in Foxy
Okay,
mode.
Jordan, make Ven party leader.
Don't you dare.
You're not my real
And he's
dad.
done it.
You're not my real mom. And you ain't my baby daddy.
Sonny, you get back to your room. Thingy. Yeah.
I am in my room.
Yup.
All of these are my room. Because I pay
And
rent.
go outside and think about what you've done.
No, fuck you. Outside is terrible. There's a
Yeah,
cancer death
wherefore,
orb in the sky
sorry.
out there. It, like, cooks you with radiation. That's fucked up.
Little column A, little column B.
Also,
rock.
Toxinatorg.
That
You need to be
wind is
friends with us on Steam.
howling.
So going through
We're going to get rain showers.
Discord won't help. So got to be friends with Ven LinuxGameCast on the Steamy bits.
Do it.
Door.
Everyone likes friends.
Yeah, I mean, we're full right now, but
Yeah, we're full right now, but yeah, because yeah, priorities.
because we're full, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I'm too full, man.
Let's make up something other than yeah, we're already full.
Toxin Linux Gamecast.
It's a convenient excuse.
Or just
Michael.
Ven.
Michael, consider it a litmus test, okay?
Yeah, okay. I'll let him
Yeah.
see if we... Toxin, just wait and you'll see what happens. Okay. You'll see how it goes.
It's magical. It's mystifying.
And only slightly delicious.
Mm.
I mean, if you like the taste of bleach, sure, delicious.
Oh, who doesn't like a bleach with a side of coleslaw?
It's the only
You know
way
they
to
sell
also-
sauerkraut in a bag.
Yeah.
I know that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
I can't stand
Well,
the
you-
shit, but
It's just like milk.
Alright.
It belongs in a bag.
No, it belongs in a jar so you can eat it directly.
You can eat it out of
Make
a bag.
haste. You
It's in a
could.
wooden barrel.
You could like just cram your hand in like the bag of coleslaw and eat it. Just shovel it in your mouth like a savage.
I'm not as classy as you.
No. If you want to be classy like me, you got to be in your underwear and nothing else.
Nope.
Can't do that on Twitch.
Yeah, it's just the channel of a man eating coleslaw out of a bag.
Oh, God.
Oh, you can do that on Twitch. You just can't be,
You
you
just
in
gotta
your
wear
underwear.
clothes when you do it.
Yeah.
Auntie, where'd you go?
I kicked him. He's in a game.
Oh, right.
Well, Toxin a Tog, now's your chance.
2, 3,
Chance for France.
You need to add one of us as your Steam friends, and then we'll invite you.
Yes.
Ven
it's
is easy
Pedro's
enough to
turn now.
find. It's just Ven.
It's just Ven.
Right?
Yeah. Just look up Ven.
You'll see him camera behind his shoulder thingy, looking at his monitors with that clappy board that he doesn't use. anymore.
So I had a fucking stupid moment.
Mhm.
Like it was either this or last week. I was watching something and they referenced a paper by someone whose last name was Ven, and for a split second I'm like, I wonder if they're related.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's not how that works.
No, people don't get related by first names.
I thought you and Empty were related because you both named Michael.
What? We're both,
Yeah,
we're
that's
both
how that
got
works.
big
Yeah,
beard and long hair.
totally right. Back me up, Twitch. Back me up.
I think we only got space for one more, mate.
Yes, we just have the one.
There.
Apparently, he added you. Oh,
Yeah.
You've been added.
Is he on the Twitchy bits right now, or he's just
you're a
somewhere
twitchy
else?
bit.
From PC Per.
Ah,
He's one of the PC Per dudes.
fair
Oh,
enough.
Well,
we
you're
don't-
going
we
to
don't
learn a
have to-
very important lesson called my patience. So,
Yeah. Yep. There seems to be a lot more than 9.
There it is.
Hey. Good thing you've got a bit more patience than I do. Because if you weren't there within 5 seconds, I would have started the fucking
oh, I
match.
was already getting ready to start the match, man. That was RNG on his end.
praise it.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh.
Pedro, Foxy, this new person
Toxinate.
Toxinate. Alright.
got intoxicated. Ooh.
Damn it!
Oh, looks like we got a pro at you. Alan, you're gonna have some competition.
I miss.
Yeah.
Don't.
Toxinate's got about 2,000 hours or something like that.
Oh, so
cool.
he'll stand half a chance once the mutators start
Right.
piling on.
It would be like him
Fuck
versus
off with that.
Toxinate. What the hell?
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Get that shit out of here.
Fuck's sake.
Damn it. That wasn't.
Tonight.
I hit the ball, but that's not what I really intended to do.
Oops. Will somebody do something?
Yeah, I'm just doing backflips back here.
Well, then I can get rid of you then.
Pedro.
Yes, I went for the ball. You went for the ball. Can someone go for the ball now, please?
No. Apparently Toxinate's a bitch.
Nope. Ugh, didn't get there in time. Oof. Talking smack.
You're not sorry you demoed me.
Ah,
Like a
damn
bitch.
it. Hi, bud. No, damn it! I was trying to get out of the way, and then you hit it. I was trying to get out of the net, man, and you hit the ball into me. I tried my best to get out of the way.
Oh, good angles. Good angles. Come on, Jordan.
Oh,
Canadian.
Hello, Mr. Alert.
go for it, lads.
Okay.
Weak sauce.
Lit. Yeah, all right. It's not going in the right direction. Now it is.
Cause we're going in the right direction.
Let's not start
It's
grinding
always
this
just
job.
going bad when Pedro is singing. A song that no one knows.
It is the
Really?
Portuguese national anthem.
Hummus tank, right direction? Really? No one
What
knows
the
that.
fuck is a what the fuck is a hooba stank?
But I put it out of my mind.
Okay.
Clearly someone knows about that.
Oops.
Other than me, that is.
Reach didn't work.
No.
Whoa.
I just,
That's
Ow.
all right, I'm in double digits now. Good.
Better than me.
come on, someone get it in.
Well, you know, he is, yes.
It's
Oh,
God damn it.
Dude, Toxinate's
Defense. Oh yeah, he's so good. He's got like 2,000 hours in this game.
Yeah.
while getting beat by Pedro.
That doesn't hurt shit. I think we all know.
Yeah, I got apparently 2 shots on goal and a save.
Please, sir, can I have some boost?
Nope.
Boost?
How did I not get a save for
no
that?
boost for you.
Fuck off with
Damn
that.
it. I tried.
Right, can we just tie this so we can go into overtime, please?
Rohit.
Pretty please? Please?
There we go.
No is the answer to that.
Oh. Damn it, Foxy.
Oops.
What?
I would have been in position if you didn't kiss me. For no reason.
Smooches, booches.
No smooches for you.
Boochies.
There we go. Oh, swing and a miss.
Granted, my ass is very smoochable, but please don't.
Nah.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
You sit
It's
in
all
the
the
chair
way
all
across the
day.
field, just go there and smoochy boochy.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Nope.
Oh, so much for that then.
Fuck off.
Yep. Wow. I definitely touched the ball more than that, but Wow.
You touched the ball exactly 5 times, Jordan.
I touched it more than that. I did.
All right, Empty, are you back? Okay.
Okay.
I got this.
Thanks for playing, Toxie.
Thanks, Tox. Pity not around for the.
Stick around.
Stick around.
Sent you the invite, Empty.
He did.
The only
Come on,
homosec
Empty.
anyone knows is the reason and possibly crawling in the dark.
Oh.
Yeah, in right direction, which was like the one after the reason.
You're swinging. You're swinging and missing, man.
Oh yeah, big time.
Wrong crowd. Wrong crowd.
And it's crashed. Well done, Empty.
Pop music, man. Pop music.
Pop music, man.
Pop
I don't-
music,
I
then
don't-
you lost me.
I don't
You are
fucks with
very
it.
much
Past
off me.
like 98 degrees, I know nothing about pop music. Nick Lachey and like I don't know 2 other fuckers, I guess. There's a reality show, I guess.
Wow.
I watched like 2 episodes of it.
Stank, wasn't Huba Stank around the 311 era?
Well, you got to
was
investigate
Hoobastank in
311.
What the fuck is 311?
You got to investigate
What?
311, man. Just Google 311, investigate it.
Why?
Yeah.
You need to find out the truth for yourself. Investigate 311.
No. I like my blissful ignorance.
Well, then go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Will do. Later. Whee!
I like what Katana said. Pop music. Do, 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 do,
Rocket
do,
League
do.
crashed for Empty, apparently.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently that's code for like, and I'm not going to start it again.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Empty online.
Never mind.
Hmm.
If you got 5 seconds. If not, then we'll bring Toxin back in.
Well, the bot's
We'll just
broken.
do that. Or we could just do that. That'll do.
Yep.
I guess we're going.
I guess we're
Patience.
going. Don't have it. What is it? Sounds like
A
EBD.
long loading screen.
Yeah, there it goes.
All right. Oh god.
Snow.
Companion cube, yay!
Oh shit!
God,
Squall
here
from
we
Final
go.
Fantasy VIII.
Yes. We have Squall on our team. It's the heavy cube.
It's
gonna, like,
time,
pull out his-
baby.
He's gonna pull out his gunblade and I don't know,
Come on.
be a
That's
terrible
not going
protagonist.
anywhere.
And spiky bullshit. Spiky
Oh,
bullshit.
it's got spiky bullshit. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, he's going to drive it in. Nope.
I tried.
Hey, man. Still
Go,
that
Alan.
sucks.
Go, go, go.
Oh,
Go, Alan.
the bot got it.
Casper.
Nope. There's nothing like the bot getting it in this mode. That's just false hope.
Yeah.
You're like, ah.
Come on. It's right there. It's right in front of it.
Come on,
Boop it.
bot. Bot. Team bot.
God damn it. No.
Jordan.
Ah, shit.
You just, what was your strat there? Watch him drive it in?
Yeah, I'm like, what's
I
he gonna
was
do?
going to watch the
I-
boobs.
I was prepared for the juke. I'm like, where's he going? Where's he going?
That was great, Jordan.
It was jukes.
No, don't let them tell you otherwise.
It's some
I'm
juju.
still trying to hit the ball. Cue. I'm trying to get this ball cue. Go! Go!
Yay!
Well. Well.
I saw Alan get past everyone. It's like, oh, open goal. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went past me. I'm like, wait, who's behind me? Shit, no one. Fuck.
Yeah. That's why you always depress that right D-pad.
Ooh, hi, Pennywise.
Oh, well, Rohit had the right idea. Pedro might. Nope.
I don't know.
It's just a foobar until the spikes get
Oh,
up.
yeah, I'm done.
Alan, that did not work, my friend.
No, it didn't.
Dude, get it.
Boom.
Damn it. Yes.
I
Yes.
went right through him. Come off
The
it.
bot is in the lead. God damn it. Fuck you, Casper. Friendliest ghost in my ass.
Mattresses.
That's it, Pedro.
Hi, Pedro.
Oh, never mind.
I give you a kiss
I booped it.
because I would.
Someone booped me out of the way, so.
Pennywise up there.
You can't fly up walls, McFly.
God damn it. God damn it.
Look at that. Boom. Doop to doop to doop to doop 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 doop. It was about that time old Pennywise realized I was supposed to be on goal.
Oh, shit.
All right. All right. Pennywise is on goal. Cool.
That was a slap fight. Of sadness,
I mean, I was seeing what he was doing, right?
right?
Come on,
Ah, damn it. Great.
come on.
No.
fuck's
Yes.
sake.
Good
There
job,
it is.
Rohit. Good job, Rohit. That's what I like to see. Spiky bullshit. Spiky bullshit. It wasn't even
No
spiky.
spikes. That's
Nope.
the
It was
thing.
just regular
no
bullshit.
spikes.
Just pushed it
Just
right
regular
in.
bullshit.
Dun,
Good
dun,
old-fashioned
dun,
vanilla
dun,
bullshit.
dun, 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 dun. All right.
Take on.
Blam! Spikes.
Take on spikes. Take spikes home.
Get
Take
him.
spikes home. God
There
damn
you
it.
go.
No.
Oh, bot
Good enough.
dunked.
The bots.
Ah.
The bot scores.
Nothing that could be done there.
All right. So I blew
Look
him
at
up.
it. Oh,
And then
Oh, it was Pennywise.
Oh.
It was Pennywise. Get behind it, Satan.
Oh, the bots detonate themselves.
Whoa.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Get thee behind me, devil. All right, I guess I'm in.
No, 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 no. Fuck's
Okay.
sake.
Listen, I'm just glad that I was in net this time and it wasn't empty, so that we didn't get
There we go.
done by Pedro.
well played.
Oh god, this fuck stuff.
What?
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, God. So deep.
Oh god.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid bot.
Go Pennywise. Go Pennywise. Go
Was
Pennywise.
riveted.
Anyone?
Yeah, you all
There
left
was
your
no
goal
one back
open.
there.
You all left your goal open. You got
There
yoinked
are
and
exactly two
doinked.
people that have concept of goalie, and one of them's not playing.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be where I need to be. I'm not good at my job,
Oh, now it's
but
called
I never
the
claimed to be.
Yay.
Well, you made contact, Pedro. I'll give you that.
There we go. Moving.
Up, Alan's got it. Up, can.
Come on.
Oh,
God,
Someone
hit
auto
that.
goal that one, but I'll take it.
the game is back
Yeah,
on. Oh,
No. No.
Jordan
No,
booped it. Rohit booped it. Okay.
The bot. It was the bot who touched it last, so I'm gonna blame the bot. I was just trying to hit Alan. That was my goal in that entire debacle.
Debacle.
Yeah, it's a debacle, right?
Oh. Come on, bot. Bot.
It's a real
The
automata
bot's got
mess.
performance anxiety.
Get the fuck out of here, Casper.
You can't tell if the bot choked or just sent the fuck off. Oh,
The bot.
Oh.
The bot scores again.
Squall.
Bot
Yeah,
is
Final Fantasy VIII
Unstoppable.
sucks.
Look at that.
It's the worst one.
No, 9 was the worst one.
No, 9's pretty solid. Having actually played it.
Boom.
I've played both 8 and 9 and I don't give a shit. It's still cool.
No bot, what are
God
you doing?
damn it, bot! Why?
Okay.
10-2 was
Oh,
weird, if I remember
jeez.
correctly.
This is
10
tense.
actually was for,
Yeah, 10-2 was kind of meh.
it's for girls.
No.
Go, boy,
Oh,
go.
God. Alan.
Go.
Oh, shit.
Go Pennywise. Go Pennywise. Go Pennywise. Go. Do it.
Oh, Paige. Oh,
How did I not get a save for that?
dude, it doesn't
I thought I had
matter.
my spikes up.
No bot! Oh, shit.
This is grueling.
It's just dark, man.
God damn it.
There it is.
Yes.
No overtime.
It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game.
Yep.
Spike the spiky bullshit giveth, and the spiky bullshit taketh away.
That was a 4.
Nothing like a good game of Rocket League for a stress-free evening.
For a stress-free life,
Come on,
don't play Rocket League.
Not that way.
All right. Okay. I did better than Foxy.
Alright.
Oh shit! Yes, you did.
I'm
Although
crawling
I've
up.
done quite well that
I was last. Now I'm second last. Just gotta keep it up. No.
Brutal. Man.
That was a
Wow.
that was a slog, man.
A little bit of one, man.
A little bit. 5 to
bit.
6, yeah.
Knockdown, drag out, man. That's
In response to him, Squall could only say, meh.
pretty much.
That's the secret, dude.
he's basically the Joseph Joestar of Final Fantasy VIII. What a bother.
Squall never sleeps. He never gets hungry.
All he does is like pine
Sorry,
for his
Toxin.
girlfriend, I
You're full.
guess.
Yeah.
Be like, oh man, that guy cut my face up. I'm so sad. Meh. It's true. Oh no, my memory was erased as a child. Now I don't remember all the people that I'm hanging out with who I used to grow up with. Meh. Dumb bullshit.
I don't know. I thought you were just reading off like your...
Jotaro Kujo.
Wrong one. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's read.
Be on the opposite team. That's all I'm
Read some
saying.
video cards.
Oh, we're going straight to
All
drop
right.
shot. All right.
Okay. All right.
This is doable.
Low bounciness. Interesting.
Low bounce.
Ah,
Damn it.
Hi, Jordan.
oops. Damn it.
Oh, shit.
It's not good.
Oh, that was right. Yeah, I got touched.
Not good at all. I just want to touch it. Let me touch
I think I touched it. I'm not 100% on that, but
It was dark and I was all alone. But
Oh, I touched the ball. Yeah.
Quit bragging. Yeah. Damn it. Alan, that was on me.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, fuck me. Get on me.
Yes. Hit the floor. Hit the floor. Yes.
Yes.
No.
And again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bad.
Yes.
And again. Yes.
That was bullshit, that one.
Spiky bullshit, man.
That'll
Wait, no,
work.
that's the wrong way.
That'll do, ball. Damn it.
Very good, Rohit.
Get it, Mr. Alert.
Oh, come on. Why did that not hit the floor?
Because corners are a thing in this.
Yeah.
Why didn't I hit the ball then, man? That was
You know, things and reasons. There we go. Points.
Yeah, good one. Big damage. Oh, fuck off. I hit that. Damn it. Everybody hates
it's not the only one, Foxy. It's not the only one.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Yes. Big holes. I like big holes and I cannot lie.
Somebody clip that. I need it for tomorrow.
I'm not gonna dignify that with an answer. Nope.
Send that to his employer.
Oh, game, you could have given me that one. I'm just saying.
Yes. Give us this one. Give it to us.
I'm having that. Fuck off.
More damage. Very good. Very good. More damage. Yes.
Oh,
I'm
trying. I'm trying.
I'm trying. I'm getting slapped all over.
Oh, shit.
That'll do, ball.
New ball, who dis?
How the hell do you get a new ball as a young man? And you're actually speaking to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This ain't no Chucky, you know. Go to spit
Chucky
ball.
Oh,
Oh, come
What?
on. Just
Oh.
Just fall.
no. I will retain my false hope, you bastard.
No.
Yes.
No!
Come on. Just let it fall.
9.
No.
There we go. There we go.
don't
There
fall
we
down.
go.
Come
Yes.
on,
Boom.
Oh.
Bitches. LGC kids.
Seriously?
That was well. You know what? They got a big fuck off hole on their side, so we're gonna theoretically have an easier
You
time.
like that, right?
Theoretically.
Ven finally
Theoretically.
Hi, Rohit. Oh,
There we go.
All right.
Brand new hole and everything.
And that one just rolled in. What the fuck?
How did that
That was
work
the most
exactly?
piss-weak goal there
Boop.
is.
Boop. There
Like
we go.
that.
Low bounce.
RN bullshit. You know, classic.
Piss weak.
Classic LGC bullshit.
Oh, well, even failed again.
Well, the playing field's level.
Yeah, right. That's
I bet it
bullshit.
was.
We worked hard for our bullshit.
So you better treat it right.
Ooh.
So hard for the bullshit.
Moo. That did not work as planned. I'll be up here on the ceiling.
Yes.
See, it's not that I'm good at flying, but I'm good enough to confuse the people who are. There.
You work so hard for the money. So hard for the money. Ah,
Yes, damage.
that did some damage. I'll take it.
Yeah. No!
So hard for the money.
Come on. Ah, yes.
So hard for the
Overtime.
money.
Let's wee, fly into the ball. Yes, just like that.
Suzuki.
Damn it.
Very good, MD.
Yes,
Very good.
Every time I hit the ball,
More
there's like a
damage.
chance.
Every time I look around, it's in my
Ooh,
face.
I missed that. My bad. All right, everyone.
Lead singer's in the front.
What the hell is my phone?
I mean, right here or just in general?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like an open moose.
I didn't know we were
Or the
still playing
moose
Nier
man.
Automata.
Yeah.
It's gonna murder all those moose.
Give me your B-side.
You want the moose meat, man? That's worth like 500 gold a pop.
Yeah, but the
You were farming moose, Sam?
Oh no!
Lads,
hide lets you upgrade weapons.
All right. Well, I was just going for the money so I could afford more potions. I'm terrible.
you were farming moose illegally. You probably didn't have a license.
I don't need no license to farm moose, man. It's
You
a free
should.
abandoned country.
He lives in Canada.
So you think that of all places would regulate moose hunting?
Right? They
But
don't.
you'd be wrong.
Oh, come on. Come on. That's Mr.
That could have at least did some damage.
Nope.
No, fuck off. No!
Just like that. Just like that. Yes.
I'll take
Hackers.
it. I'll take it.
Nice.
Very good.
job, MT.
Very good. That last boop empty.
Yeah, nice leprechaun.
Woo! I contributed.
You
I
did
contributed
better
more than
Pennywise. Oh, dude. True story, right?
Happened to a friend of mine.
Friend of a friend named Johnson.
Hi. my name's Johnson.
That's a fucking Canada reference, actually. Shit. Yeah.
Johnson's?
Freaky. No, Freaky Stories. That's like a Canadian TV show.
Oh,
This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. All the episodes fucking start like that. They're all
Right.
stupid.
Thanks for joining us, Toxinate Hog.
And a good moose to you, sir.
that happy fun music means it's time to pull the Nightmare Train back into the station. I want to thank each and every single one of you who had the mispleasure, misfortune, poor luck to join in.
Poor luck or poor judgment.
Why
Yes.
not both, man? We can do it in stereo, man. It was kind of fun. It was kind of brilliant. We hope you come back and join us each and every week. What do we kick off officially at 7:30 for everyone on Patreon? Come say hi. We do our warm-up lap. Do train station stuff. They do now, and it'll be kind of brilliant. 8:30 we go live on Twitch. Come say hi, Jordan. What do we have to say to the lovely people before we bounce?
Invest in mayonnaise stocks.
Moose or people too? I think everybody hanging out in the after show.
Sprayable mayonnaise.
Jill
Aerosol
Katana,
mayonnaise.
Mir, Mr. Alert, Pennywise, Brohit, the LGC Lab Rat, me, and MT. Identify everyone. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Ah.
Bye.
All right.